Up yet? Okay. Now can you hear me? Oh my goodness. So what that was, I had to start my voice mod software so I can do this. That was the reason why it wasn't working. Without that software working, none of the voice comes through because all the audio runs through that. Still? Hold on. Hello? Am I sounding normal now? Okay. Andy told me I was on full auto-tune. I'm like, oh crap. Speaking of auto-tune, Georgie heard the word auto-tune. Just ran in here to say hi. Hi, buddy. Oh my goodness, hi. Saying hi to everybody. Georgie said auto-tune. I know all about auto-tune. Georgie, sorry about the audio thing. I'll have to scroll up to see. I might have missed some comments. Spooky voice, John. Yeah, I just started up the software because, yeah, all the audio runs through there. If that's not running, nothing works. Hi, buddy. You heard the stream was going? You wanted to come say hi? I think he wants to sing you guys the song of his people. This is going to be a staple, I think, of the streams now. And he sneezed. Okay, I want to drop him. Oh, he got me a little bit. Oh my goodness. Georgie, such a bad boy. Angry Georgie. Uh-oh. Have like a paper towel or something? Yeah. I'm okay. He's got a little mouth. He'll scratch me a little bit. Some teeth marks right there. Georgie, come on, buddy. What are you doing? I didn't drop him quick enough.
I told you not to put him down.
I need to drop him and retract my my hand much quicker than I did. Oh my goodness. But he wasn't done singing, that's right. He got pissed. He's like, Papa, my song of the people is not done yet. All right.
Are you happy now?
I didn't let him finish singing. I learned my lesson. But there's no audio going on. It was just Georgie, which is perfect for remixing that. Because when we did it during the game, there's usually like other audio going on. This is perfect. Much like Nugget, Georgie said no. So now we got some good Georgie samples. I need to go back and hear that. Actually, I want to use some of those samples for the stream. I want to make the Georgie singing like a sound you guys can just oh buddy, oh, you wanna lick my wounds, huh? Oh, where are you going, guys?
He's like, I don't want to be on camera.
He's camera shy.
Damn it.
Are you camera shy, buddy?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's being camera shy. Ouchies. He's the best, though. Yes, Gus. He's so awkward. He's amazing. He's our independent dog. He will hardly ever snuggle you on his own. It happens from time to time, but very rare. But when you do get a Gus snuggle, it's like the most special thing in the world. See, make the song of his people emoji. We could do like, because honestly, there's probably a good snippet of that video we can take, and or maybe I'll do a green screen one or something. But I can use that for like maybe the next emote video unlock. It'll be Georgie's like growling face, and it'll say like rage or grr or something like that above it. It'd be awesome. Let's see. It'd be amazing if all 3 puppers came. Jesse. Andy was delivering puppers, but I don't see Jesse anywhere. Let's see. Do you have Neosporin, John? The bleeding will stop. Oh yeah. Now the bleeding is really, I don't even think it's bleeding. It looks more like almost like a little scraping, like blood blisters. It'll be fine. I'll wash it off after stream and yeah, bandage it up. Andy is the bearer of puppers. There she is. Are you doing Game of Thrones music? There she is. Yeah, you're not going to attack me, are you, Jesse? Papa gets kisses. There's a Jesse. Mother of puppers. Hi, guys. Okay. Jessie's so little. When you hold her, she looks like she weighs nothing. Oh yeah, Gus is like 5 times the weight of Jessie. And Georgie's like right in the middle. Such awesome pups. Okay. So to recap this game, for everybody that missed the VOD, wasn't in the last stream, we're playing the girl with the blue hair in the video behind me, Kathy Rain. She's at school, but she got a letter that her grandfather had died. It's 7:25 for you? Yes, you are correct, Corey. So Kathy Rain goes back home to go to the funeral, and she talks to her grandmother, which I guess she hasn't seen her grandparents in like 15 years. So she starts catching up with her grandmother, and the grandma is saying things like, I guess that the grandfather was in an accident a long time ago, and he was like a vegetable for years before he passed away. And I guess it was very inconclusive as to why he was a vegetable. They did CAT scans and everything, and it seemed like he should be completely normal, but he wasn't. Well, the grandma was like really confused and like she didn't have any closure. Like she didn't believe what was going on. It just didn't seem right to her. So we're kind of investigating what had actually happened, trying to go through police reports, talk to people that knew him, things like that. And we're finding some weird stuff. It's kind of cool. Let's see, Jessica looks like she's made of cotton candy and weighs nothing. She really does weigh nothing. She could blow away in the wind. Let's see, 8:25 here. I'll see you next stream, I guess. Oh, do you have to take off, Corey? Let me just dab myself. Not that kind of dab. The other kind of dab. All right. So, without further ado, let's jump into this. Let's see. Thank you for the recap. I was planning to watch the VOD today, but it took an 8-hour depression nap instead. Oh, I'm so sorry, Relentless. Well, hopefully this can help cheer you up a little bit. And honestly, like, I can only fill in so much. It's still probably worth going back and watching just to kind of get little details, because there was some pretty cool puzzles in there. I'm liking it so far. So in this game, there is a death, not a murder. We don't know yet. Maybe the vegetable thing. I assume the grandmother knew he just kind of died of natural causes, but the whole reason why he was a vegetable, that could have been not a murder, but it could have been sinister or something weird was going on. Yeah, I'll check it out later. This seems like a really cool game. All right, let's jump into it, guys. That's the wrong screen. See. Man, this is amateur hour today, guys. So not Elgato, game capture. And I need to shrink that a little bit. There we go. That looks better. I love Kathy's aesthetic. She's got really cool style, and she's super snarky, which is like our favorite kind of character. Let's see, it's because we don't have pro gamer Andy to help. That's too true. That's too true. Okay, it should pop up any second here. There it is. Oh, that's right. This is not a widescreen game. I forgot. There we go. I had to create a special screen just for this game. What would we do without Andy? Well, you suffer through me, and there'd be less puppies. Andy crochets with their mom. Yeah, they crochet together and they sell stuff on the Etsy store. It's really fun. It's kind of cool for her to like have an activity to do with her mom. You know, sometimes they don't usually do it together. They just kind of collaborate. Her mom crochets at her house and Andy crochets here, obviously, and they kind of work out plans of what they want to do. They buy yarn together, things like that. Okay. So load game, and this should be the most recent one. Let me remember exactly where we're at. So the very last thing that we did, actually, I think we could check our notebook. Think about notebook. There's no desktop audio. There we go. How loud is this?
I'll write down clues in this as I find them.
I feel like that needs to be quite a bit louder. See, John does not wear shirts. He is a floating head. There's a shirt. Let's see. You guys probably won't get this reference. There's a shirt. Let's see. I'm not a crafty person at all, but that sounds fun. I'm not crafty either. The stuff she does blows me away. Okay. So the last thing that we did in this game was we were hacking into this computer. And I wonder if it'll still let me look at that stuff. Twin Peaks. You got it, Nate. Very nice. So we had done this crazy quest where we... Puzzle? I say quest. It doesn't really feel like a quest. Where we got the admins to come in here, log on our computer. We hacked his password, so we're able to install our own software on this school computer. We use this image analyzer. And can I open this? I have to drag and drop it again. Okay, so we had this image that we got from a tape that has these weird lights. We had to adjust all those brightness settings here to get that to show up. We have no idea what this was. So there's these lights right here and this flower right here. These are the two things that she thought were important. So we're probably going to have to find somewhere in the woods that has this flower and then investigate these lights. So there's something weird going on with that. And then we used this, we had this answering machine tape thing. We dragged it into this voice forge, it's called. And we were able to take someone else's voice and make a answering machine call. We basically took an unrelated message, twisted the words around to say, "Hello Erica, it's your father. Call Kathy Rain and give her what she wants." We did that because this guy, we can't talk to him. Whoever this Erica woman is, I don't know if it's his wife or assistant or something, she won't let us talk to him. So we basically made it sound like, oh, it's her daughter. It's his daughter, never mind. So we made a fake message to call her, making it sound like it was the father so that she would give us what we want. So she's going to talk to us and give us some information. So we can kind of play that here.
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep.
So it was that message and a couple others we used to combine. There's this one weird one we started to listen to though, and all of a sudden it just started spamming this. "I see you, Kathy Rain. I see you, Kathy Rain. I see you, Kathy Rain." And it was just like static in the voicemail. It's really creepy. I don't know what that's all about. Once I saw that, it made this noise. My blood kind of ran cold for a second. Let's see, this has nothing to do with the game, but I was watching a show today and the character was working in a hospital. And when she was looking at the database on her computer, you could tell there was just an image and she was looking at, you could see all the file names. I hate it when like movies and TV shows do like really stupid like real life computer stuff. It just looks so fake. Gaming too, when you see somebody like playing with a controller, you're playing with like a, I don't know, PlayStation 4 controller, but you hear like Atari sounds or something in the background. It's like, do you really make us think you're playing an Atari game? Or Super Mario sounds with the PlayStation controller? Come on. Yeah, it is pretty creepy, Fairweather. Okay, so let's back out of there. I think that's the last thing that we did. So this is our roommate, and she's super smart.
It's just Eileen.
And tell me how the audio is. I tried to increase the volume, so hopefully it's well balanced with my voice.
Hey, E, got a sec?
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
Just Eileen. It's nobody special. Just Eileen. Just a tragedy. So these are all gray, which means I've already talked to her about these.
So, what's your take on this Charles Wade?
I'm not sure. He sounded like a super nice guy on that tape, but media says that he's a ruthless businessman.
The tape is over 2 decades old. Maybe he's changed.
Either that or he is very different in his private life. Hard to know without actually seeing him.
Okay, so that Charles Wade is the guy that we had to do that crazy voice recording thing to get a hold of.
I should get back to the investigation.
Okie dokie.
And if I look at a picture that we have in our inventory, let's see, is it going to let me look
Grandpa
at it?
in uniform with 2 other men. Something is handwritten on the back. Flight training, McConnell Air Force Base, 1941.
So what we get from that is it's a bunch of guys that our grandfather was in the Air Force with. One of them is this Charles Wade, so we know that he knew our grandpa. That's why we want to talk to him. Let's see, I love how Kathy's side of the room is messy and Eileen's is super tidy. You know, I didn't really pay attention to that the first time, but yeah, you're totally right. And there's some movie posters that are like real life movie posters. Like there's this one for Titanic right here. It's kind of hard to tell because it's just a few pixels. And then there's one for Pulp Fiction over here. She'll actually mention it too.
That movie's not out yet. It's a promo poster Eileen got for being an extra. She tells everyone who walks in here the same joke. Spoiler alert, the boat sinks.
I'm right here, you know.
Oops, forgot.
That's kind of funny. The first time I did that, she wasn't there, so I didn't get that comment. And then Pulp Fiction over here.
Pulp Fiction. Love that flick.
Okay, so I'm not sure if there's anything else I have to do in here.
What really happened to you that night, Grandpa?
We'll just kind of go through these things. So in 1981, that's when our grandpa turned into a vegetable. And Lily Myers.
Something was special about that girl. I just know it.
So we went to Lily Myers' house, and she's already passed away. She was found dead, I think, in the lake. She had drowned. We talked to her mother, and apparently Lily Myers did a whole bunch of cool artwork. She was like 16 at the time, but some guy just randomly came by their house and bought all of her artwork, paid like a lot of money for it. And she wasn't like a famous artist. She was just like a high school kid, so it's kind of weird. So there's something up with Lily and her artwork.
Charles Wade. I don't know how, but I will talk to you one way or another.
We're just about ready to talk to her. Let's see. Kathy's got a really round bum. Am I wrong? No? As far as like 20 pixels, that's about as round as they can make it. Cocky? Call sign.
I wonder who this cocky person really is, and why he needed Grandpa's help so desperately.
Yes, we don't know who Cocky is. Another person that he went to the Air Force with, we think. And Lily Myers' art, I mentioned that.
Something was special about that girl. I just know it.
Oh, that's the same thing. Okay. So, now that we... Let's see. Let's use the phone. Because we have that voicemail, we might be able to call and use that. Maybe I've already done that. I forget where we left off. Girl basically got a Photoshop butt. That's funny. Okay, so... Can I, like, use the item on it? What would I do? I think it's in the dictaphone. Combine with the phone.
I don't see how those...
Maybe not. So this is the Wade residence. So we call this number.
Nah, the trap is already set. Hopefully she'll call me back.
Okay, I already did that. So we're just waiting to get called back. Let's see, can she tell me how to be photoshopped in real life? You could do it in
Eileen's
movies.
girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers. Mildred.
Hilarious, Kathy.
Oh, come on, Eileen. You have to admit that Mildred is a funny name.
Sometimes I wonder why I even hang out with you.
Me too. I can be a real bee.
This is funny because when I looked at these things before, she wasn't in the room to comment back. Let's see, one of the greatest questions of our time. I don't know. Eventually, when we all have like some weird cybernetic eyeballs, maybe we could be photoshopped in real life. Can I
No,
just leave?
I have nowhere I need to go right now.
No, I have to wait for the phone call. I'm not exactly sure what I should be doing right now. I've already talked to Eileen. Can I take a nap?
Nah, I just got up.
No. Play guitar. That'll kill some time, right?
Don't even think about it.
What?
You already forgot how we almost got evicted last time?
Aw.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty funny.
You have the weirdest sense of humor of anyone I know, Kathy.
Let's see, that's the goal. Otherwise, my bloodline will definitely end here. Oh, Nate. Don't say that. That's not going to be a problem. I wish I had weird cybernetic eyeballs. I have a feeling that in our lifetimes, there's going to be some kind of like electronic enhancement we can do to ourselves. I mean, laser surgery is like not quite there, but we are doing some crazy altercations to ourselves. Some people have artificial hearts. What else could we do? Maybe there's someone else I can call right now. I think we've already asked the Air Force everything, but let's check. Yeah, Google Glass is halfway there, huh?
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi. I was just wondering if you had time to answer.
This is
a few
the nicest
questions.
Air Force guy.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
Oh, there's a couple new ones I haven't asked. So the blue ones are new things.
I don't see a reason to ask him about that.
And that's why. And this will probably say the same thing.
I don't see a reason to ask him about that.
Dang it. Let's see. Not a huge jump, so I say we'll get cybernetic eyeballs. Yeah. What about like some kind of something to give us like super strength? You know, like some kind of arm thing that you can wear, like lift a car or something like that.
All right, that's all.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Okay, so there's nothing new to ask him. We could try calling. See, we just finished this puzzle with Hacker Dave in the IT department. Yeah, kind of like an exoskeleton. Yeah. I don't know why we would call these guys though. Google Glasses are what you call like augmented reality.
Yeah.
So,
Nice surprise you left me in the VoiceForge
Just a sec.
program, asshole.
oh,
What the heck are you battling about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You are one
this is
sick
where it
puppy.
said, "I see you,
I don't know
Kathy. I
what
see you,
pill
Kathy."
forgot to take today, but I don't have time for this shit. I'm gone.
Because that was the software we got from that guy. He's kind of denying, or he's not saying he knows what we're talking about. Exoskeleton, you say? Olins. Yeah, so the Google Glasses, they're kind of like augmented reality. So you put on what looks like normal eyeglasses, but it actually has like a screen in front of it. So you can still see through, but it puts stuff in front of it. So like if you got a phone call, or you can see like text messages on your glasses, you can do something to kind of like analyze something. Like if you're looking at, I don't know. I've never used one, so I can't tell you all the use cases, but maybe you're shopping and you're looking at like a PlayStation 4, right? You look at the PlayStation 4 and it might tell you, oh, there's a cheaper one at Walmart, or there's a cheaper one at GameStop. Things like that. Just kind of like enhances your world. Let's try the last phone number. This is Clyde, but we don't need computer help, so I don't know why we call him.
IT, this is Clyde speaking. How can I help you?
Yeah, see, I've already asked him about his fight with Dave.
Never
so there's
mind.
nothing much to talk to him about.
Suit yourself.
Let's see, if you're looking for a 100% highly realistic demo of smart glasses, play Heavy Rain as Norman Chayton. That's true, those glasses that he put on, it puts him like, that's more like VR. But yeah, it's kind of the same thing, huh? I think when he's in there, he doesn't see any reality. Okay. Maybe there's an item I can show her.
Hey,
I think
E,
that's
got
what
a
I'm
sec?
missing.
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
So I've talked about all these, but you can also show her stuff in your inventory. So here's the overexposed picture that we
I
scanned.
don't need to show her that.
Dang it.
Dave really came through for me. The software on this thing is amazing.
There we go.
Yeah, he's a real whiz.
Let's see. Out of any game you've played, you really liked Firewatch. I miss it. Oh, that was a really cool game, huh? If you liked Firewatch, that's what they call like a walking simulator, very immersive first-person kind of puzzle game. There's another one I want to show you guys. I don't know, do I just tell you the title of it or do I leave it a surprise? But it's another one of my favorites. Maybe I'll just surprise you with it on one stream. It's also fairly short, probably about the same length as Firewatch, maybe even shorter, but you'll probably like it too. Let's see, his glasses also analyze crime scenes and evidence. Oh, that's true, he can see everything. So yeah, it is pretty much Google Glasses, that's cool. Or Google Glass. This is an egg. Yes, it is, Corey. I don't think she knows what the key is.
I don't need to show her that.
No.
I found this old picture of Grandpa at my grandparents' place.
That's nice. He looks really happy there.
Yep, I wonder what made him leave the Air Force.
He was in a war, you know? That kind of thing tends to scar people for life.
I suppose.
War. War never changes. Do you guys like Fallout?
I don't need to show her that.
See, I wish I could have an android vision like in Detroit Become Human. Seriously.
I don't need to show her that.
I don't need to show her anything, apparently. And I've already shown her these other things because they're old.
I should get back to the investigation.
Okie dokie.
I'm not sure what we have to do. We're like waiting on a phone call. Maybe there's something else I can do on the computer. I think I stopped the game at a weird time. I don't have any other pictures to scan. You know, there is another tape that we have we could analyze, maybe. So get this. This is kind of weird. But we took our cassette right here, and we just dragged it. Let's see, combine with the scanner. The scanner is like for photos, you know, like it's like photo bed, you put it down and it takes a picture of whatever you put in there. What would that do to a tape cassette? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't see any need to scan this tape. The other one might be more useful.
Okay, I've already done the other one, so I think we're done with that. See, honestly, I'd like to be an android in the good ending. It seems pretty cool, other than the oppression and violence, which they were overcoming, but man, that whole game was so intense. I loved playing that game. I might have to go back and platinum that at some time. I'm not sure. Is that really tedious to platinum that game? Okay. We finished the network settings. I think we did everything in there. Not too bad, honestly. Yeah, if it doesn't take like tons of hours, that might be a good one to go back to in like 100%. I don't 100% very many games. There's one other thing we can do. She gave us her password at one point. What was it? I don't even know where I can find her password again. Maybe I don't need it. Let's see, it can be tedious if you do it the wrong way, i.e. play the same chapter and over like my sister did while trying to 100% it. I would probably do that relentless.
Would you look at that? She's actually human.
What an amazing compliment.
What?
Makeup check, hair check, horrible mood, and contempt for humanity check.
You forgot about your resting scally face.
I totally do not have a... Well,
Told you.
Resting scowly faced. I've never heard of it like that. Let's see, this is why I can't stand Alice now. She had to listen to her "I'm okay, I'm not so cold" so many times. Oh, Alice. Was it on the schedule?
Eileen's schedule. There's a note for today. Help Kathy get in touch with Dave.
No, I thought maybe that had the password. Take printout from printer. Is this new?
I'll just get rid of the original picture now, since I have the restored version anyway. Strange.
I didn't even think to do that.
Now that I look at them, the lights remind me of something I picked up yesterday.
Let's see. Honestly, I got so sick of hearing about her being cold without infinitely replaying chapters. Just one playthrough will do it. Just stop, child. You're not cold. Oh, okay. So now maybe we can show these pictures to her.
Hey, E, got a sec?
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
I didn't even realize that she had printed stuff out.
Hey, E, check this out.
Wow, they're hypnotic. Looks like a will-o'-the-wisp. You know, the spirit of the forest.
Now, that's just silly, Eileen. There has to be a more reasonable explanation for them.
Hey, there's nothing silly about forest spirits. You should talk to Meadow, my Wiccan friend. She's really opened my eyes about these sort of things.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting. I thought she's like a hardcore Christian. Isn't your Christian duty to consider people like her to be heathens? Isn't that the same Meadow who had an intimate relationship with a tree outside her dorm? Whoa. Now see, every time he said, "I'm cold," I wish for there to be a dialogue option of, "Hi, cold, I'm Kara." That would have been amazing, Nate. I was so done with her. I was like, "I'm sorry, Kara, but I don't give no F's about you." I want to go with this heathen option. I'm curious how she explains that.
Isn't it your Christian duty to consider people like her to be heathens?
Oh, I doubt she could ever be more of a heathen than you are.
Ooh,
Huh. I guess you've got a point.
burn. Okay. How about the flower?
What do you think about this flower?
It's beautiful. What kind of flower is it?
Why I'm asking
No
you.
idea. That's what I'm trying to find out.
I got a botany book around here somewhere. I could look it up later.
Sure, that would be great, thanks.
There we go.
Anytime.
But once more, she said later. It's not helping us now.
I should get back to the investigation.
Okie dokie.
Hey, Wolverine. It's been a while. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Welcome back. Happy Monday, I guess? What else did you just pick up? Oh, every time you interact with it, she picks something up. Happy Monday. The Mondays.
Color printer. Super fancy, apparently. A fact which Eileen loves to remind me of.
Okay, well, now that we got that... Come on, phone. We're waiting for this phone to ring.
Nah, the trap is already set. Hopefully she'll call me back.
Dang it.
I don't see how those things...
I don't think we're going to get phone numbers from
That
anything
com-
like this. But I'm going to try.
That
So I'm out of options.
does... That action doesn't seem...
I am not being productive. Oh. Okay, what am I missing, guys? I have a feeling... I might have to do something with the computer. See, yeah, Easter was really nice. We ended up going to my mother-in-law's house. We had dinner there, had some ham and all kinds of stuff. Way too much chocolate and sugar. Then we came back to the house and watched some Game of Thrones. It was really nice. How about your Sunday? Actually, how's everybody's Easter, by the way? Okay, what was Eileen's password? We had it at one point. Unfortunately, her notebook isn't super useful. It only shows us a couple hints.
Eileen's obnoxious alarm clock. The noise makes me want to stab myself with something dull.
Ouch. I wish she could just nap.
Nah, I just got up.
Dang. See, I took the kids to an Easter fest. Oh, cool. Played games and they got lots of sugar. Heck yes, that's what Easter's all about, right? I was at my parents' house, but we didn't really do anything for Easter. Just spent time with the family. Well, that's good, Relentless. I like that. See, mine was pretty good. I just went to church, did a little shopping, played some City Skylines. How are you liking City Skylines, by the way? and had a nice turkey dinner followed by apple pie. Oh, that sounds good.
Nah, I have no.
I feel like there's something on the
I'm no
computer
geek,
we
but
need.
I know how to use one. A computer, that is, not a geek.
Let's see, I also won the raffle at Easter Fest. Very surprised because I never win anything, but I won a coffee basket. Oh, cool, with some gift cards. That's awesome, Wolverine. Were they coffee-related gift cards? Like Starbucks or something? Let's see, and then I spent all night playing Tetris against my friend because we're responsible adults. Which Tetris game was it? That being a responsible adult is overrated. Just do what you want. I totally agree.
Eileen borrowed it from school. She takes a bunch of computer classes.
Maybe I'm supposed to take the floppy disk out. Hey, Kyle, how's it going? Let's see, mine was okay till later in the evening when my jaw started to hurt. Oh no, and it still hurts right now. Do you think it's like from doing something physically to it, or do you think maybe it's like teeth related? That could be scary. Let's see, no, the gift cards were for 4 different restaurants that I've never been to, so adventure awaits me. Sweet. I love trying new places. Oh, wait a second. I seem to remember. Oh, I know what her username is. Don't remember what her password is.
Hey, E, got a sec?
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
I don't need to show her that.
I was hoping the notebook might do something.
I don't need to show her that.
What about the floppy disk that we just took out?
I don't need to show her that.
Nope. And I think I asked her about all the other questions, right?
Any ideas about what happened to my grandfather in '81?
Beats me. Maybe he found what he was looking for. Or it found him.
Did you just quote a tagline from one of those cheesy horror novels?
Maybe.
Let's see, it's teeth related. I still have my wisdom teeth. Oh, I still have my wisdom teeth too. So they keep pushing on your other teeth. Oh, are they going to ask you to take those out? That's not fun. Let's see, I know that pain. It sucks. I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed this week. Oh no, Relentless. I wish you the best of luck. That's going to be painful, but got to get it done, right? Let's see, it was funny. Before they pulled the ticket, they talked about what was in the basket, and they said coffee from a local coffee shop with dark roast blends, chai, spice, and some chocolate. And I was like, I would love to have that basket. That sounds amazing. Then they called my number, and I was shocked. It was fate, Wolverine. It was just fate.
I should get back to the investigation.
Okie dokie.
I have no idea what I'm missing, guys. I already printed everything out. I'm gonna use your bed.
Would you look at that? She's actually human.
What an amazing...
I already did that one. Suitcase.
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
Okay, we did
Hilarious.
that
Oh, come on.
Sometimes...
Me too.
too. So, I know her name is Eileen Mildred Summers, and her username is E. Summers. But I don't know what her password is. Let's see, I'm not excited about having dental surgery, but it has to be done. Better to get it done sooner than later, because usually it only gets worse. I think you need the computer. Are you looking stuff up, Andy? Because I could use a little bit of help. So this is the admin password. Welcome, Clyde. Maybe I'm supposed to do something else with this voice forge. I don't know what else I would need to do, though. Okay, so what was this one?
You people make me sick. We're never coming back. Don't call, don't write. If you ever try to contact us, I will call the police.
Okay, so this lady's pissed. What we can do is we can clear all of this that we created before and create another message. I don't know why we would have to create a message, though. maybe something to do with this one.
Joseph, you there? It's me, Cocky.
Cocky.
It happened to me too. And I'm not going to tell any of those bastards. They got it all wrong. You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
So that's where we got the name Cocky from. So for that coffee command, Wolverine, you want to type exclamation point redeem space and then coffee. I guess we can try erasing all this. What would we say? Like,
I don't think I need to manipulate this particular voice recording.
Oh, good. It'll tell me not to mess with that. How about this one?
I don't think I need to manipulate.
Nope.
I don't think.
Already done that one. Oh, do we have to do it again? I already completed this one, I thought.
I don't think
I might have to create a whole new... there needs to be a space between redeem and coffee, Wolverine. So close. So I can manipulate these to create another message. We've already convinced them that they need to come, that they need to give us what we want. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh, it's no worries at all, Wolverine. You don't know till you try, right?
This is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee.
It's from one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Let's see. What could we ask about this? Do you get the reference? I'm not sure if you know what TV show that's from. It's a really old one. Actually, it came back recently, but the original one was from a long time ago. Nate is still the token king. It's called Twin Peaks. If you never watched it, it's really weird and quirky. It's on whatchamacallit. They have it on not Netflix. It used to be on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's there anymore. So I think Showtime might have purchased it all. But check to see if it's on Netflix. I'd recommend watching it. Yeah, I need to create some really expensive things for Nate to redeem. I was thinking, now that we got those Georgie musical voices, I can have an emote that makes Georgie like growling appear on the screen, and then you can hear him sing the song of his people at any time you want. You can just summon Georgie. We'll make it cost like 50 points or 100 points. Twin Peaks is like a huge fever dream. Yes, it is, especially the last season. Oh my gosh. Okay. What other voice message could we come up with?
Nah, I don't need to create any more messages.
Okay, we don't need to. At least she told us that, so we know we're wasting our time. And I don't think we have any more images to analyze. Oh, no, that's not true. What if we take the image of the guys? Can we analyze that one? Photo soldiers? Let's try it.
This picture is in good shape. I don't think it needs to be analyzed.
Dang it. Let's see. And sometimes, I don't know if it gave you a message, Wolverine, but there's like a timeout between when you can redeem sounds. I think it's like 5 minutes or something. That way people don't just like spam it. I used to live there for 4 years. I just recently moved back. It's pretty nice overall, as long as you don't end up in downtown East Side. I might have to look this up, guys. I am like lost. Maybe it's just because I took a break and came back, and I'm just in a bad spot. It might have been a bad time to take a break. Oh, you know what? Let's try... Oh, wait, she wouldn't scan that other one, huh? Let's see, what if we played this one? Yeah, we only have 2 photos, Andy. We've tried analyzing both of them. Although we could try analyzing this church brochure.
No use in scanning that.
No. Yeah, I only have... Oh, wait. Well, I didn't try analyzing these, but I already had them on the computer and I printed them out. We could try.
No use in...
Dang it.
No use in...
Yeah, she won't scan those. about the key? Scan that.
No use.
Okay, if we're using this thing... Oh crap, I took it out. And then hit play.
Note to self. Remember, the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips.
That was a clue we already used.
Research in the attic at night. I just don't want her to worry.
This is our grandpa.
She has enough to think about with everything that's been going on lately. With Sharon and Kathy. Anyway, I'm getting closer to finding the source. I have a theory, but I need help. I'm gonna have to involve somebody else.
I'm not sure who Sharon and Kathy are. Let's see, hopefully I can move back soon. Oh, that would be cool. I only just noticed they have a dream catcher. I love those. You have 3 in your room? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's like right off the corner. You know, we were actually having therapy was in here when we were streaming on Saturday. And here's these books right here. What do you guys think that is? She was very curious as to what the heck this could be. Not sure what we can do. Did I show her everything?
Hey, E. got a sec?
Banana. There you go.
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
We can go with banana. It looks vaguely not safe for work. That was my first idea.
I don't need to show her that.
I think I've already asked her about everything.
Look what I got last week, E.
Ooh, my taser.
Wow, is that thing even, you know, legal?
I have no idea.
Sometimes I really worry about you, Kathy.
Well, your days of worrying are over. We're protected by 100,000 volts now.
Oh, brother.
I don't need to show her that.
Not a bad idea to have one of those.
Trust me, I've tried. E is the epitome of purity. No tobacco, no fast food, no alcohol. She basically rejects everything awesome. I should get back to the investigation.
Okie dokie.
Maybe I can ask on the phone some other ones. Maybe it's a tiny saddle. Could be that, Nate. A weirdly shaped bicycle seat. What did we come up with before? Somebody thought it was a shoe or like a boot. Yeah, Kyle, that's what we kind of came up with on Saturday, a boot. It's like, what would you really put on a shelf like that? Okay, if we call the Air Force Base again, I want to try to use the items.
McConnell Air Force.
Hi.
Sure.
Oh, it's not letting me do that. Never mind. Dang it.
All right, that's all.
Goodbye, man.
Charles Wade. I don't know how, but I will.
Try all the phone numbers. We did call them all, but I could have sworn I was able to use my inventory when I called numbers. Maybe not. Maybe that was my... Maybe I just imagined that.
Not that I don't love the sound of my own voice.
It's her calling
but
herself. I'm wondering if we ran into a bug. Like, remember when we were playing Never Alone? We glitched out the game. We got into a weird state that we couldn't get out. We had to, like, restart. At least restart the level.
I'm no geek, but I know how to use one.
Oh, I
A
wish
computer, that is. Not a geek.
I wish I could look up what her password was.
It's labeled boot.
I wonder if we need to break this computer again. When we put in this boot disk, we have a few options. I don't know why. I thought we found her password before, Andy, but I don't remember what it is. Yeah, see, from here we can corrupt the hard drive and then shut it down and then call the IT guy to come fix it, but I don't know what that really does for us. See, anybody else use that thing where you call the home phone from the home phone and then hang up as soon as you dial, so it would ring the other phones and you use it as a... I've never done that, Nate. That's awesome. See, I don't want to break this because we already have the admin's password on there. I'm going to take that disk out. Oh, I think she already did. Yeah. What could we scan? Yeah, I think I need to look this up, guys. I am stuck. Unless you guys can think of something maybe I haven't touched yet.
I can certainly see the appeal of blindly rummaging through Eileen's clothes, but seriously, I've got better things to do.
Phew, close one.
What is she hiding in there? So you would get to talk to like both of your folks at the same time in different rooms? Okay, hate to do this, but I need to look this up, guys. Let's see, can you combine any items? Okay, let me try that first. Eileen has secrets. What could we combine that would make sense? These two pictures?
That combination makes no sense.
Maybe the picture of the soldiers with the picture of the flower?
That combination makes no sense.
Redeem wake up. I have no points. Oh no. Google cheating. I got to. I don't want to bore you guys to tears with me just clicking around like a savage over here. I don't think we don't have anything to use the key on. You have 16 tokens. With 16 tokens, you can actually do, I think, like 3 sound redemptions. We can put the tapes in the dictaphone and listen to them. We've already listened to this one. Check this out. There's a few here.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles.
The classic John Cadia way.
Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father.
I think we might be able to do gifting tokens, Nate.
I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
One of these is creepy. That static one, that's the one where it said, like, I know you, Kathy Rain. I know you, Kathy Rain.
Don't call, don't write. If you ever try to contact us, I will call the police.
You love your sounds. Thank you. Sounds are fun.
Joseph, you there? It's me, Cocky. It happened to me too. And I'm not going to tell any of those bastards. They got it all wrong. You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
I wonder if I can give this to Eileen.
Hello, Erica. It's your father. Call Kathy Rain and give her what she wants.
That was a sad scene.
Bye.
Relentless. Okay. Did I try showing her that before?
Sure thing, Kathy.
I don't need to show her that.
No.
I don't need to show her that.
Yes, you do need to show her that.
I should get back to the investigation.
We can call the IT guy, but I don't know why we would want to do that. We already got everything from him. I can bug him about his fight again. I guess he had a fight with Hacker Dave, which we were using to hack this computer.
IT, this is Clyde speaking. How can I help you?
So, I hear you and Dave had some kind of fight?
And I did this before.
That's really none of your business.
And that's as much as I get. Let's see, I hate when you try to do something in a video game and characters say you don't need to. You're like, yes, you do. It's so obvious, like whatever you're trying to do would help.
Never mind.
Suit yourself.
Yeah, I don't have anything else I can combine with the phone to get a phone number. At least I don't think so. Did I try combining everything?
That action doesn't seem...
I'm gonna try anyway. Why not? This is the John Cadia way.
I don't see... That doesn't need...
No phone numbers on any of these things.
That action... I don't...
Call the cigarette company.
I don't think anything...
Nothing. You still think it's the computer. I think we've tried to scan everything. We've used both floppy disks. Well, actually, let's put that other floppy disk back in the computer. I think we did everything with it, but just for the heck of it. Let's combine it. It's already installed. Yeah, so that installed these two things right here. We don't have any other pictures to scan. And I just tried to combine everything with the scanner. And she doesn't want to do anything. She won't scan that.
No use in...
Nope.
No use... No use... No use...
Worth a shot. Let's see, what does tools do? It looks like a floppy disk. We've already used that. Actually, the floppy disk is in the computer right now. When I put that floppy disk in there, it gave us these two applications, the Voice Forge and the Image Analyzer, and we're already done with these. We've analyzed that image, and we analyzed that sound file. This is what I did with the Image Analyzer. Unless I missed something. Actually, I guess I could look a little closer for patterns. The only two patterns I found was this flower and these lights, and I thought she said she was done after that, but maybe not. I like the Voice Forge icon, it's kind of cute. I didn't pay enough attention, I'll have to check that out. But yeah, see, she doesn't seem to find patterns anywhere else but that one spot. Imagine if there's like a creepy figure right there. Oops. Wait, if we bring that back in there, what if we just do a big printout of the whole thing?
I already have a copy.
Dang it. Yeah, I don't really see anything else that could be analyzed. I think we're looking it up, Andy. Unless you guys can think of anything else, I need to move on. It's one tricky thing about puzzle games. Usually when you have, like, especially with our streams, with everybody throwing ideas, we can sometimes find something, but this one's kind of tricky. Let's see, what are the lights on it? We've already printed them out. We don't know what the lights are yet. Let's see, Kathy, Rain. I always have to be careful when I do this because I don't want to look at anything farther than the puzzle I'm on. Walk through. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? Yeah, see, as I'm scrolling through this, I'm like, wait, which room are we in? Dorm room. Okay. Can you combine the photos with anything? No, I tried that. Tried to scan them. We printed them out. They're already on the computer, so we don't need to do that. I showed the girls the photos, but that's all that I could do is show them to her. Okay, let's see. Hey Stephanie, how's it going? It's good to see you. Welcome back. I'm actually looking right now how to do the puzzle we're stuck on. I've been here ever since I started the stream and I'm not sure how to progress. Okay, I've done that portion. Oh, I think you were right, Andy. How would I have known to do this? This doesn't make any sense. So check this out. I see I need to go out for a bit to get some lunch. I will be back soon. All right, see you soon, Fairweather. Get some good lunch. So check this out. This is weird. So we've had this church brochure, right?
It's the brochure that priest gave me at the funeral. The logo stands out, but other than that, it's just the usual church mumbo-jumbo. Washing away your sins, salvation, blah, blah.
Oh,
There's also an address at the bottom. You know, if I ever feel like getting my god on. Huh. Good old Satan. Better get his snowmobile ready for that day. That logo at the top looks familiar. Haven't I seen something similar to it today?
Dang it. I see it now. It's your birthday, Stephanie? Happy birthday, Stephanie. It's so good. Thank you for joining us on your birthday. Holy cow, I feel honored. I hope you're having a good birthday so far. Okay, so what we missed is these 3 lights right here. You see those 3 circles? Looks like these 3 circles right here. Holy cow, did I miss that? So we need to combine that with that.
Wow.
Oh my god, I love that. Oh, I'm glad.
Similar to the smoky
These
lights.
voices are fun to do.
I might have to visit them after all.
There we go. That's what we needed to do, was
Things are
combine those
shaping
two.
up.
You
I'm
did it,
starting
Andy.
to get some good
job.
leads on the picture of the 3 lights.
Cool. Is there anything I can help with?
Yeah, do
Well,
everything.
my side of the room is starting to get a bit messy. There's always that.
Haha, I meant with the investigation, silly.
Clean our room.
I guess you could try to find out more about these lights. Maybe figure out where that picture was taken.
I know exactly where to start.
Good. I'm gonna get some food now before I pass out.
Does she?
Okie dokie. I'll grab my books and get cracking.
All right, see you in a bit.
That was the one thing we were missing. Oh my gosh. And then the phone's gonna ring, watch.
Hey,
Hey!
so any progress with the search?
Yeah, I was able to identify that flower. It's called the red scythe, or
Ooh.
Rosea falcus.
Red scythe,
I
I
discovered
like
that
that.
there was a small nature reserve near Conwell Springs, which was established in '89. The red scythe is on their list of endangered plants. I made a photocopy of the botany book page in case you want it later.
That's something. I should go check it out. Maybe I can narrow down the place where that picture was taken. And, good work, Eileen.
Making progress.
Happy to help. So what?
There it
Oh,
is.
hang on. I'll
Did you
go
go to
get
that Mexican
Okey-dokey.
restaurant, Stephanie? Remember you mentioned going out for dinner. It is a cool name, isn't it, Relentless? I could see that.
Hello?
This is Erica Wade calling for Kathy Rain.
Speaking.
Miss Rain, this is terribly awkward. I realize now how rude I was before.
Yeah, you were rude.
I wanted to apologize and ask if there is anything I can do.
Ooh. Rub it in or accept her apology. Say, lol, yes I did. I'm eating the rest of it right now. Oh, awesome. Leftovers are awesome. Should we rub it in? Or be nice and accept her apology? What do you guys think? I'll let you guys vote. Let's see, I don't know who this lady is, so I have no opinion. Yeah, I guess you guys probably don't. We tried to call to talk to this Charles Wade guy, this number. Apparently he's like some big fancy businessman, and this woman picked up the phone. This is her daughter, his daughter, and she wouldn't let us talk to him because he's just so important. So we had to use that voice program on the computer to make a voicemail coming from Charles Wade telling her to let us talk to him. I think we'll be nice though. We'll just accept the apology.
Apology accepted. You can start by answering a few questions.
Very well.
Nice. Now we can go through all this information. So the incident in 81, that's when our grandpa was turned into a vegetable.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather that night in 81?
Not really, no. But what I do know is how it destroyed Father.
It did?
Oh, yes. The two of them were great friends once. And when Joseph was hurt, they hadn't been talking for some time. Father always hoped they would be able to reconnect one day. He kept putting it off, believing they had time. But in the end, it never happened.
So, what were things like back when they were still good friends?
Oh, they were like peas in a pod. Always sharing their war stories and laughing together. In a way, Joseph became the uncle I never had. He was around a lot when Father went out on business trips. Later on, I even met you a few times, when you were just a baby.
She knows us.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, no matter, you were so little then.
Erica, I have to ask, why were you so defensive on the phone earlier when I tried to reach out?
Oh, I don't know, Kathy. Our families haven't been in touch for a long time. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but we all started drifting apart. My guess is that it had to do with Father's growing wealth. Friendship needs common ground, and we started living in different worlds.
Well, you were too rich to hang out with us?
Grandfather was the final nail in the coffin. Father just couldn't bear seeing him like that, neither alive nor dead.
Interesting. Let's see. Remember that war where all of our families died? Ah, good times. It's awful. You're almost 40. I got you all beat. I'm 37, and you're never going to catch up to me. Actually, if you do catch up to me, that's very sad, because that means I'm no longer aging. Let's see, it really does sound like they were too rich to hang out with us. That's what I thought, Nate. I don't like that. Got a little too good for their britches. Let's see, when's your birthday? In January. So I'll be 38 in, gosh, what is that, like 8 months? 9 months? I'm not sure. Let's ask about Lily Myers.
What do you know about Lily Myers?
She was a young artist who lived somewhere in Conwell Springs. Killed herself, if I recall correctly. Dreadful thing. But other than that, not much. We never knew the family.
Let's see. January what? January 26th. I'm Aquarius, actually. Let's see. Don't talk about Giant John. Oh, okay, no more dying. We're never gonna die. We're all gonna live forever. Google's gonna come up with some weird thing. We're all just gonna live forever. Of course, we'll have to stop reproducing because we have a lot of problems on our hand. Or that I'm a vampire. Well, you still age when you're a vampire. You just don't die. Oh, you're Aquarius, February 4th. Oh, that's awesome, Wolverine. I don't meet many Aquariuses. I don't know, for whatever reason, there don't seem like to be a whole bunch of babies in that January, February time frame. It's not like the most common. Let's see, like those creepy tanks in Fallout. Live forever, hypersleep. Oh, those pods that they go in and sleep? Cryogenic? Let's ask about Charles Wade.
What can you tell me about Mr. Wade?
My father is a great man. He has so many ideas, so much left to realize, which makes it hurt so much more to see him like this.
See him like what?
The illness and everything, of course.
Charles Wade is sick.
Right. Yeah, it must be hard.
Oh, yes, indeed. I wish he wouldn't be so stubborn with his treatment. He could go to any state-of-the-art hospital, but insists on being treated in that backwater clinic in Conwell Springs.
The community clinic in the middle of town?
Yes. It's like he's given up and is just waiting for the inevitable to happen.
That's kind of sad. Let's see. Living forever makes me think of a quote from a podcast. The episode was about a guy who, technically immortal, and said, "We were not meant to last forever. There is no joy in endlessness." And I thought it was a cool quote. That does sound really neat. And actually, usually when you read stories, like realistic stories about characters that live a long time, they do talk about the joylessness of like watching all their friends and family pass away, and life just doesn't have as much meaning, I guess. Let's see, Aquarius, the best sign. They're all cool. They're all unique. Do you guys believe in like the signs and how they affect people's personalities and things like that? What do they call that? There's a term for that. Cocky call sign?
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky? It may be an Air Force call sign.
I can't say that I do.
Darn it.
Father had many friends in the Air Force, but no one I can recall by that name.
Let's see, I do. Oh, Zodiac. That's what I was thinking of. Zodiac stuff. Let's see, I'm a Libra, which is funny because I'm not well balanced at all. So for you, it's the opposite, Relentless. Let's see. Mom can't get up off my bed. Wait, what? Mom's on your bed and she's stuck? Has she fallen and she can't get up, Kyle? Lily Myers art.
What do you know about Lily Myers art?
Oh, that little girl had a twisted mind, let me tell you that. Oh, my father used to have a few pieces of hers in his collection. Horrible things. I couldn't understand why he ever decided to procure them in the first place.
You say used to have. Did he get rid of the paintings?
Oh, either that or he put them in storage somewhere. I haven't seen them for years. I never bothered to ask him why. Glad to be rid of them, quite frankly.
Okay, so remember I mentioned that somebody came and purchased all of Lily Meyer's art, but the woman didn't know who it was. I think it was Charles actually bought it all. That's interesting. Let's see. I know a lot of Libras, and they're all very undecisive. Are you a Libra, Andy? Let's see. I think that's how it is for most people. What time frame are Libras? Let's see. She's in here helping with my teeth now. Can't get off. She can't get off my bed. Oh, that's funny. What can you do to your teeth when they're in pain besides like take painkillers, I guess? Church of the Holy Trinity.
Do you know anything about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
It's the one and only church in Cornwell Springs. I was baptized there, and I married my husband there.
Anything out of the ordinary about them?
Oh, not really. They seem like a typical church to me.
Okay, nothing special about that. We got a little bit of information. Mostly the thing about the paintings is interesting. Let's see, I'm a Pisces. They're supposed to be romantic, but I'm like, love? Leave me alone. Yeah, it's definitely hit or miss. The thing about, I don't know, I kind of see that with a lot of fortune telling. And no offense to anyone who believes it, but like you can watch videos about how people do fortune telling and how they are like psychics, and you kind of like start with very broad generalities, and you get people to key off of these generalities, and they're like, you have someone in your life that died. And you're like, I have someone in my life that died. And you're like, it was a man. And then they're like, man. And they kind of like guide you into believing that kind of stuff. But it is interesting to think about. Let's see, Aquarius is very radical, revolutionary, and quick with sudden change. That doesn't sound like me at all, Wolverine. I don't think so. What is Sagittarius? What's special about them? I can tell you if it fits Andy or not. Let's see, my tongue and gums are numb now, but no pain. Oh, so you did get some Oragel triple strength. Oh, that would be better to have somebody else apply that, yeah.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Very well. Feel free to call back if you have any more questions.
I mean, like, what are their traits, Andy?
All
Like,
right. Wade
common
is in
things about
Cornwall Springs.
Sagittarius.
He's being treated in the clinic.
So we know where Charles is.
That
Have
was
you not
Erica
met
Wade.
me?
Her father is being treated at the clinic in Cornwall Springs.
Being treated? He's sick?
Looks that way. Small miracle they managed to keep it out of the press.
Yeah, I suppose you're returning to talk to him?
It'll have to be tomorrow. It's quite late for that now.
I suppose. Scrabble?
Oh, you're so on. I will crush you.
I know what's special about you, Andy. I'm just curious if Sagittarius matches your personality. Ooh. That night, Kathy dreams.
Turning your pawn into a queen, is that the plan,
What the
buddy boy?
hell?
You know me, I'm always playing the long game, old friend. That may be, but you're running out of pieces. First you lost your queen, then your knight. All that matters is the king. Delusional as always. The king is dead. Long live the king, check.
What the hell was that? So this game has had like quite a few Twin
Good
Peaks
morning,
references.
sunshine.
That was one of them.
Please tell me I dreamt all those Scrabble losses last night.
3 times in a row.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'll just go strangle myself now.
Oh, you. Don't be a sore loser. So what's the plan today?
Mr. Wade is the plan. I'll head for the clinic right away. While I'm at it, I'm gonna check out the church and the nature reserve.
Okie dokie. What can I do to help?
Why don't you continue looking into the lights? I have a feeling they're the key to solving all of this. You could also look up the history of Cornwall Springs in general, see if anything unusual has been going on.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Thanks, E.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to check out the page I gave you about the red scythe. It's a pretty interesting flower.
Red Scythe.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So the fortune said that I'd end up with someone older than me whose name starts with a J. Well, that fortune teller was really good. Let's see, my hubby is Sag, and their glasses are always half full. They are known to be a lucky sign and they love to travel. Okay, Andy's definitely big on the travel. That's very true. John, you are not spontaneous. This is true. Has someone told him that he's upside down? I think he was talking to himself. I think it was like two versions of himself. It looked like the same face almost. One was black and white, one was in color. Should we tell him? Oh, but wait, John, you are near the cusp. You may have Capricorn traits as well as Aquarius. Oh. What are Capricorn traits? Let's see. So am I. If I had been born a day later, I would have been Scorpio, not a Libra. Let's see. I'm not lucky, and I look at the glasses, both half full and half empty. Hey, you were lucky this weekend at the casino, Andy. I think I might be able to ask her about the church,
hey,
maybe?
Got a sec?
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
Yeah, Church of the Holy Trinity.
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like an okay bunch to me. Just your regular old Christians. My kind of crowd.
Oh
That's
boy.
just it. They seem a bit too normal. And there's that logo, too.
It could just be a coincidence, Kathy. The Holy Trinity is typically portrayed as a triangle.
I don't believe in coincidence, Izzy. I believe in action and reaction.
Gee, you sound like a starship captain. Captain Rain of the USS Dignity, here to save the galaxy.
Oh, please, kill me now.
So you're a Leo, Kyle? I think you might be the only Leo in here. Okay.
I should get back to the investigation.
Okie dokie.
So I think we're ready to go to, was it a hospital or like some kind of care facility? Oh, we should save it before I break something. Oh, we didn't look at this botany book excerpt.
It's a photocopy of a book page with information about the red scythe flower. Here's an interesting segment. Another interesting trait of the red scythe is the smell, which is familiar to that of a pepper. The pollen of the plant has also been known to cause hallucinations in concentrated amounts. Native American tribes harvested and smoked the plant for that reason, but the flower never caught on as a modern recreational drug due to the difficulty of growing it.
Hallucinogenics, you say? Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
All right, I'm off. Peace outie.
Okie dokie. Good luck and see you later.
So we're gonna go talk to that Charles Wade, who is apparently sick and needing medical care. There we go. Oh, we got a few places to go to. We can go to the clinic, the church, and a nature reserve. Let's see, Capricorns are ambitious, relentless, realistic, zero tolerance when it comes to being made fun, and a bit uptight. That sounds... Some of those sound a bit more like me than the Aquarius. So, maybe there's a little bit of truth to that. Let's go to clinic. I wish I had a cool bike like that. Therapy Android. She has a cool bike like that. Hey, I think that's the bum that we saw in the prison. Check the trash can. What was he doing?
It's full of trash. Figure that.
The one thing we could not find in Japan were trash cans.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Let's talk to our friend the bum.
It's that homeless guy who helped me distract Lenny.
Very aloof and weird. That's me. Oh, that's funny, Wolfie. Does your,
We meet again, Mr. Homeless Guy.
Homeless? That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well, I'm just going through a rough patch. By the way, you owe me $10.
Nah,
That's
you
true.
agreed to 7.
You're busting my balls here.
Give him 10.
Better
He
get
needs
those
it.
balls checked out in this clinic then.
So cold. Like a stake through the heart.
What do they call you anyway?
Goober. Everyone calls me Goober.
Goober, that's what
All
we
right.
call
I'm Kathy.
Georgie sometimes.
Pleasure to meet you.
Let's see. Mr. Smickles, how's it going? Welcome, buddy. How you doing? Hope you're surviving your Monday well enough. Okay, what is your story all about, Mr. Goober?
So, What's your story anyway?
My story?
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
For your information, this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
Is that so? I don't recognize you at all.
I used to have more hair.
That I actually believe.
Come on, man. Frankie Gold is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Not really, no.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The Silencer to Lambert, Jacob's Bladder, The Usual Surprises, Natural Born Killers.
Not ringing any bells.
They're all parody
Kids
names.
these days, no appreciation for quality cinema. Breaks my heart.
Those are all great movies, but that wasn't actually the name of those movies. Is he a goofy goober, though? Georgie is. Actually, Andy came up with that name, Gooby. I think she always calls him Gooby. Let's see, I finally get to catch one of your streams. Seriously, it's been a long time. And it's Tuesday here, sorry. You've already survived Monday. You're good to go. Consult notes.
I need to ask you a few questions.
Sounds serious. Ask away.
You look super excited to answer questions. Let's just go through the list. The incident in 81.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in 81?
I most certainly do.
What? Tell me.
Are you sure you want to know? Not everyone can handle the truth.
Oh, just spit it out.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Abducted by aliens.
I should have known better.
Great.
Oh, I saw it, man. A big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons. My wife had just left me, taking the dog, not to mention I was being conscripted for the war. But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Open your mind, man.
He did mention the light. Maybe it has something to do with those lights in the photo. Yeah, there could be some truth behind his weird drunken memories. Lily Myers.
Do you know who Lily Myers was?
Yep, my dad was the one who found her floating in the lake.
Oh.
Really? What can you tell me about
His
her?
dad?
Geez, not a lot. I mean, teenage girls, man, they're like their own species. Impossible to figure out. Not to mention how that entire family ain't like people friendly.
Now that's an understatement. Nearly started brawling with Sue the first time I met her.
She could sure deal out a mean whooping, that lady.
Okay. Charles Wade.
Do you know who Charles Wade is?
Sure, he's been holed up in this clinic for the last couple of weeks.
You saw Charles Wade go in there?
Well, yeah. I just told you, man.
How did he look?
Okay, I guess. Still walking, at least.
So he must be outside here all the time. How about Cocky?
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky?
Why, I used to call myself that back in Nam. Oh,
Is
how I
he
miss that
cocky?
marvelous youthful ego of mine.
Ah, why do I even bother?
Lily Myers art. That was kind of funny.
What do you know about Lily Myers' art?
Nothing but hearsay. People say it was pretty deranged.
That didn't help. How about the church? You could use some church, buddy.
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
I'd say they're good people. Isaac the priest is, anyway. His dad, Father Bill, on the other hand, though, he and the people he had around him were into some weird shit.
What kind of weird shit?
I don't know, they were like a cult or something, with Billy Praise himself at the top. Really shifty bunch of folks. Isaac turned it all around when his dad kicked the bucket, made it a proper church.
Interesting.
Used to be
Do
a
you know
cult.
anyone else who was involved in the old church?
Not really, I tried to stay as far away from those people as possible. Ask Isaac about it, he's a friendly guy.
All right, I might do that.
They were kind of pushy. That priest came and talked to us once when we were at the graveyard for our grandfather, and he kind of grilled us about it.
Okay, that's enough serious questions for now.
Alrighty.
Okay, I think we're done with him. Wait, if we go back to consult notes,
I had a few more.
let's ask him about some of the stuff in our inventory. Let's see, this dude's fashion sense reminds me of Hank. Oh, it totally does, yeah. Although he got his from the garbage, apparently. Let's see, I have returned with some luncheon iced latte. It's boiling hot outside. How hot is it, Fairweather? I think today it was like 65, 70 here in California.
Do you know anything about this flower?
It's red?
Enlightening.
Thanks, Goober. Let's ask him about the lights.
Do you know what this is?
Chinese fireworks, of course. I grew up in Shanghai. I know what I'm talking about. They used to call me Dong Pai, meaning round-eyed baldy. Those were some rough years. I miss the food, not to mention the women. Got 2 kids down there now, Maylin and Little Pink.
Time to hit the off switch now, buddy.
I like how she just shuts him down.
I don't need to show him that. Do you know what this key opens?
Your heart, mademoiselle?
Oh, brother. Do you recognize these men?
That's your granddad, right?
Yeah. What about the other 2?
No idea. I think my face blindness is acting up again.
Okay.
My face blindness. What? Multiplies her iced latte and hands it out to everyone. Oh, thank you. My iced latte kind of looks like water, but I'll have it anyway. Yeah, this guy is ridiculous. Tape recorder.
I don't need to.
Cigarettes.
Want to smoke, buddy?
Nah, I got stage 2 lung cancer. I'm keeping it under control with a fruitarian diet.
It feels like this guy's like been involved in everything.
I don't need to show him that. I could, but only if I had a really good reason.
Oh, maybe we're gonna stun him. Let's see, I think 34 degrees Celsius, that's about 93 Fahrenheit. Oh dear lord, yeah, that's hot. It very rarely ever gets that hot here. If it gets in like the upper 70s, we start complaining.
I don't need to show him that.
Okay, I think we're done with him.
Okay, that's enough serious questions for now.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye.
Yeah, the temperatures where we're at, we pay a lot of money to live here. It's like the coldest it usually ever gets is like mid to low 50s, and the highest it usually gets is like mid to upper 70s. So it's always in that like 20 degrees super comfortable range where you can wear shorts if you want, but it's not too hot to wear pants. It's just like comfortable. Let's see, I'm about to play some Tetris with my friends, so I'll be lurking. Oh cool, kick some butt, Nate. Which version of Tetris are you playing, Nate? I forgot to ask. Or I think I asked you, but I'm not sure if I read the answer. Let's see, my grandma has lung cancer. Oh no. Luckily she's getting actual treatment. It isn't just treating it with a fruitarian diet. Yes, get like real help. Oh, I hope she does okay. That's scary stuff, Relentless. I'm sorry to hear that. Tetris Arena. I've never even heard of that version. What do you play that on? I know of Tetris 99 on the Switch, and I have that VR Tetris on the PlayStation 4. Tetris Effect, but I've never played Tetris Arena. Let's see. So I'm probably gonna lose. That's one thing I always noticed when I was growing up as a kid. I got Tetris on the Game Boy, but I let my mom play, I'd let my sister play, and all my siblings, and the girls always dominated the boys at Tetris. Oh, it's just on a web browser. Oh, that's easy. That's cool. Nice and free.
A calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that year.
So 91, but when we looked at that Titanic poster, I think that movie came out in 97. This game takes place before that, so it's like 96, 97 time frame. You were born in 91. Oh, that's awesome, Relentless. Let's see, she's been playing daily for decades. My dad, I don't know what it is, but my dad is obsessed with Diablo. I looked as one of his characters. He probably has like thousands of hours in Diablo. Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, that's his game. A good year. 92 also. I had an aunt who had breast cancer for a few years. She was getting better for a few months, but family drama and stress prevented her from having much rest. I'm sorry to hear that, Fairweather. Let's see, I can't wait for you to play Switch with Andy, John. It'll happen again, Lynn. We'll do Mario Kart or something next, probably. Kyle was born in 94. You guys are all babies. You make me feel old. I was born in 82.
A computer. They likely keep records of their patients on it. I can't read it from here.
Before I talk to her, I'm going to check everything out. Let's see, my father is obsessed with Diablo as well. Oh, that's cool. The first is his favorite. He forced me to play with him while growing up. I think I forced my dad to play it, and then he got super obsessed with it. Let's see, my mom had breast cancer, but she beat it. I'm worried I'll get checkups, everybody. I don't do it enough, but go to your doctor and get like regular checkups. It's super important.
No thanks. Women's magazines make my brain melt. Rows and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging.
That makes me think we're going to have to distract her so we can use the computer.
She looks bored out of her mind. Pretty understandable, to be honest.
All right, let's talk to the nurse.
Excuse me, nurse? Hey, nurse!
Oh, she has headphones on. She's not listening to us.
Yeah?
They don't pay you much, huh? Try not to strain yourself. Or somebody around here hates their job. I get around, Mr. Schmickles. Andy wants 91 babies? Oh, God. No, she doesn't. I can tell you that for a fact. Let's see, what have I missed so far, John Katie? What new revelations have we uncovered? You were lucky, Fairweather. We spent way too long stuck in the bedroom. I wasn't sure what to do. The only revelation we had in there, really, was the puzzle we were stuck on is a picture that we analyzed had these 3 lights, and it matched this church brochure, which is a weird coincidence. So once we did that, we were able to talk to the lady we were trying to call. She told us that Charles Wade, the guy that we're trying to find, is here in this hospital. So we're going to try to talk to him. I'm not sure how far we'll get. Negative 91 babies. I'll be back. Need coffee. Thursday night. I don't have to work Friday, so Thursday night I will be having nighttime coffee and staying up way too late streaming. Let's say, they don't pay you much, huh?
They don't pay you much, huh?
No shit. What do you want?
I'm here to see Charles Wade.
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Bullshit. I know he's here.
Come on.
Listen, it's okay. I'm a friend of the family.
No, you're not, and I said he's not here. Don't make me call security.
What a bitch. I need to get rid of her somehow.
How are we going to get rid of this nurse? Let's see, you two already have 3 babies. That's good enough. And they're fluffy. Those are the best kind of babies. Let's see, the thought of having 91 babies is terrifying. Maybe for a guy, if you were like, what do they call that? If you practiced polygamy and had like a whole bunch of wives, 91 babies could be feasible. But not for one woman. No, no, no. So you open a cupboard, babies come out. What about 91 puppers? Oh, if I would let Andy have 91 dogs, she would.
Again? No thanks. I'm gonna have to think outside the box.
Okay, so we're gonna have to use something in our inventory. What could we do? We could light something on fire. There's an ashtray.
Smoking
here.
allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
That's interesting. See, I have lots of animals, to be honest. How many animals do you have, Kyle? I see, maybe something to do with her headphones. Unfortunately, I can't, like, select her headphones. It's not a unique thing. Let's see if I could do something to the files. I bet if I walk over here, she'll stop me.
No point. I wouldn't even know what room to go to.
Just check all the rooms. How many can there be? Just light everything on fire. Let's see, what could we do? Combine link.
I don't want to burn that.
Oh, yes, you do. How about the magazines?
I don't want to
Burn it. How about that calendar. She can see us doing that, though.
I don't want to.
Yeah. I have 2 dogs, 3 cats, 1 bird, and a guinea pig. Oh, that's a lot of work, Kyle. That's a lot of fun, though. I don't think we're going to be able to burn something directly. You know what? Maybe we can do something with the tape recorder?
I don't want to show her that.
Dang it. How about the picture of Charles Wade?
I don't want to show her.
Tay's a receptionist. Let's try it. How's it going, Tajay? It's good to see you, buddy. Let's go straight to this.
I wish, but she'd just call security on me.
Oh, I don't think she would. She'd probably be biting her tongue off. What would be interesting to her? Maybe she would want a cigarette break.
Time for a smoke break, don't you think?
What?
You smoke?
No way. Those things will kill you.
Dang it, that was worth a try. Oh, you live on a farm, Linz. We have 4 goats, 48 chickens, 7 dogs, 4 cats, and 5 ferrets. You have us all beat. And that video you put of your dog, like doing that dance thing on Discord, that was so cute. Oh my gosh. Let's see, my parents usually take care of the animals. Guinea pig is at my boyfriend's. Oh, okay. So you're not with them all the time. Let's see, you know what else will kill you? Me, if you don't tell me where he is. Exactly, relentless. Okay, so we can't stun her, we can't burn her, we can't give her cigarettes. She doesn't care about the dictaphone. Oh, wait, you know, there's nothing in there, though. What's in here right now? We don't have any tapes. Probably because we don't need them right now. I'm just going to try some items on her. I have a feeling we don't have what we need right now.
I don't want to show her that. I don't want to.
Do you know what this opens?
I don't want to. I don't want.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else.
Uncomfortable, hard plastic chairs. It's like they're intentionally trying to keep people out.
Make people as uncomfortable as possible. Let's see. That's her waving or saying please if she sees a treat. Oh, that's so cute, Linz. The most animals I've ever had was 5 rats and 2 dogs. I currently have none because I'm not allowed pets in my current apartment. Oh, did you have to give up any pets when you moved, Relentless? That sucks. I know some friends that had to do that. Ooh, maybe if we smoke out in front of her. Well, there is an ashtray here. That's true, Fairweather. That might scare her away. That's a good idea. Let's try using cigarettes on ourselves or ashtray.
I prefer to smoke out.
You said we should prefer to smoke outdoors. What if I combine these?
I prefer to smoke.
Dang it.
I don't.
That was a good idea.
That combination makes.
Yeah. Ooh, puzzle game. Hey, Brandon, how's it going? Yeah, this one's kind of like Avowed, a little bit, that kind of style. Oh, come on, Kathy. I know, it's for the quest. Just do it, Kathy. Let's see, I've always wanted a rat. I admire how smart and quick-witted they are. It's going great. You survived Monday. Let's see what Goober has to say.
Hey,
maybe he can
doofus.
help us.
Oh, hi.
Actually, he probably won't, but we used Goober in the prison to make distractions. It'd be nice if he could make a distraction out here for the nurse. Hey, doofus, what a greeting. Maybe if we smoke outdoors, come in and smell like cigarettes.
Okay, I'm off.
Let's try that. My first pet was a rat. I think my first pet that I had actually is a cat. I had a cat first. And then later on we got a hamster. And then I think after that it's always been dogs. Okay, she's lighting up. Go inside with that. I was hoping she could walk right in with that.
Again? No thanks. I'm gonna have to think outside the box.
Darn. Let's see. Same. I love rats. They're so smart and cute. Oh, I had a ton of hamsters growing up. Over 30. I always get a new one after the prior's death. You had like a cycle of hamsters, huh, Linz? Well, some of them are smaller than others. One of my rats escaped out of his cage once and fell into the trash can and couldn't get out. Oh. Any other items we can combine here? I don't think so.
I can't read it from here.
I think we're gonna have to explore some more. Let's see, the sad thing about rodents is that they live such a short while. Yep. You had a hamster wheel, but I got it. Like a circle of life hamster wheel. Anything over this way? That probably just gets back on the bike. Okay, well there's 2 other places to check. We might get some more items we need. Let's check out the church. This is the pushy priest.
Hello, Father.
Greetings, my child.
For I
I'm
have
glad
sinned.
you decided to come here.
Yeah, but just so you know, I'm not here to join your church or anything.
Oh, I would never assume that.
Good. So, with that out of the way, I have some questions.
Anything you need. I'm Isaac Price.
Kathy Rain, but I'm guessing you figured that out already.
I did. Rumors spread quickly around here. So how can I be of service?
He seems nice enough. Let's see, my first rat lived for almost 3 years, but the rest reached only 2. I didn't realize they had such short lives. That's crazy. Usually you think of dogs that's like living like 12 to like 16 years or so, but I know Great Danes, they usually only live like 6 or 7 years. Let's see. This guy has a very ASMR type of voice. Hello, my child. How are you doing? See, it always sucks when a pet dies. It's like family dying, honestly. See, I had a hamster who was really smart. She figured out how to get out of her hamster ball, and if she sees an open door, she would run towards it. We put like a stopper in a way, she would ram herself against the ball until it jumped over it. That's awesome, Fairweather. Yeah, Nate is, he's playing Tetris right now with his friend. Okay, let's grill this priest.
Do you know anything
literally.
about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
It was the work of the devil, I'll say that much.
Whoa.
Joseph was a kind man. He did not deserve such a fate. You heard my speech at the funeral, Kathy. I meant every word. He was a great man who did much good for this community.
Did you know him personally?
In a way, he and my father did charity work together. Joseph was around a lot when I was young. They collaborated on a few different projects for the homeless and for the troubled youth, among other things.
So my grandfather was a member of the church?
I wouldn't say that, no. He was a friend of the church, but he wasn't a religious man. He believed only in philanthropy. That being said, Joseph was the person who convinced me to become a priest.
Really?
Oh yes, I was a teenager back then, full of rebellion, every fiber of my being wanting to distance myself from my father. Joseph made me realize my sinful pride and showed me how I should follow my heart regardless of what others might think. And for that, I'm eternally grateful.
Let's see, it's the same with almost all small critters. Yeah, luckily, small dogs can still live long, healthy lives. Let's see, she didn't last like all hamsters, only lived 2 years. Grilled priest. Okay, Lily Myers.
Does the name Lily Myers mean anything to you?
It does. I was a substitute teacher in her high school for some time before I was ordained.
Really? Did you know her personally?
We weren't close. I only knew her as much as a teacher would know any student.
All right, so how did she seem toward the end?
For one, she started skipping school a lot, and when she did show up, she was absent-minded and moody. She always looked depressed and hunched down like she had a whole world on her shoulders.
Any idea of what caused this change?
Not a clue. All I know is that when she returned from that last summer break, she was a whole different person.
So something happened on her summer break. Let's see, oh, Mr. Smickles, thanks for lurking while you're off doing stuff. Let's see, we lost all of our hamsters to old age. My mom was like, no more hamsters, please, because she was sad too. Honestly, if you have like a pet dying every couple years or every year, that's bad. Hi, Georgie. You bit me. You're not coming back up here. And thank you for the lurk, Wolvie. Let's see, now I'm going to take a shower, but I will lurk. Thank you. We appreciate it. Get those numbers up. Not that we're competing with anybody in this channel. Tell me, I'm probably the only person streaming this game right now. That's just how we roll at Joncadia. We just find a channel that there's nobody in there and we dominate it. Georgie's on timeout. No more microphone for you, Georgie. Georgie's hit single could be Georgie Bit My Finger. With those magical, what was it? The voice of an angel. The teeth of a devil.
What's your opinion on Charles Wade?
No opinion. He used to be a prominent figure around here, but he doesn't appear much in town these days.
Actually, he's in the community clinic right now, getting medical treatment.
You didn't know?
Oh, I wonder if it's serious. Perhaps I should go talk to him. Even men like Charles Wade need a priest when they're nearing the end of the line.
That's kind of sad. Okay, how about Cocky? He probably doesn't know this. Bite me, Georgie, one more time. That Britney Spears.
Do you know anyone who goes by the nickname Cocky?
I have no idea. Sorry.
The bleeding stopped, though. That's a good thing. How about Lily Meyer's art? He might know something about that because he knew Lily.
Do you know anything about Lily Meyer's art?
I saw a few pieces. Gorgeous work. Vibrant, surreal landscapes.
When was this?
Must have been mid-70s. The high school had open days with an art exhibition.
So, this was some time before she changed, right? You didn't see any of her later work?
No. By then, she started skipping art class completely from what I heard.
Maybe she was afraid of what she might draw. I hear it was pretty twisted.
Could be, but alas, I suppose we'll never know what was truly haunting her.
Oh,
I'm
we're
doing
gonna
my
find
best
out.
to find out. I don't believe the story to be as clear-cut as everyone makes it out to be.
An unusual theory. How so?
People have taken a particular interest in her art. I think there's more to it.
I wouldn't read too much into it, my child. It happens to all dead artists with any talent to speak of.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna look into it if I want to. Oh, Georgie, Georgie, how was I supposed to know that you were gonna bite me? I don't get that reference, but I like that line. How about we'll ask him about his church, I guess?
Care to tell me the history of the church?
This could go on a while.
I'd be happy to. The story is a fascinating one. This church was founded by my father,
also
William
Britney
T.
Spears.
Price, in the 70s. Back then, he made his living as a traveling salesman and was driving through this area as he'd done so many times before. However, this day was different. My father held dark thoughts in his mind.
Ooh, dark
He was
thoughts.
angry, thinking of evil deeds, even considering swerving off the road into a rock and ending it all. Then suddenly, divine intervention. 3 bright lights appeared. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, the sign of God. This epiphany was the moment my father had been waiting for. He sold all of his belongings and took me and my brother to live with him here in Conwell Springs. Soon thereafter, he built this church and started gathering followers. They began to refer to him as Father Bill.
I take it that window up there resembles what he saw when he had this epiphany?
3 lights.
Indeed. The stained glass window depicts the Holy Trinity as witnessed by my father.
Do you know exactly when or where this event took place?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious. It's a captivating story.
Well, it was in the spring of 1971, but my father never told anyone where.
Okay.
Darn it, we need to know where.
So what happened then?
People flocked to Father Bill. He started teaching, writing scripture. The church flourished and continued to grow all the way up until his sudden death in 1983. That's
I
when
was 1 year
I
old.
stepped in to take leadership of the church.
I take it that the church started declining after the death of Father Bill?
Yes, naturally so. With such a magnetic personality, he was irreplaceable. But I assure you the church is still very much thriving.
Yeah, look at it. There's so many people.
Looks kind of empty to me.
It's not really our peak hours.
What's up with you handing out pamphlets at funerals then? Trying to reel people in at a weak moment?
I'm going to assume you meant no disrespect, child.
Oh, we did.
I'm simply providing divine guidance when it's needed the most.
Burn. Let's see, the first lines of the same song that I referenced earlier. Oh, okay. Let's see, I read that as he sold all of his belongings and me. He sold me into slavery. See, how much you want to bet his scripture was like the one found in Oh my gosh. I had to stop reading those. One, because they were very repetitive, just kind of like church scripture, a little bit generic, but they went from generic to like really dark and gross. And we weren't really getting any story from them. Oh, we meant disrespect. All of the disrespect. Oh, we need to show them these pictures that we found.
Father, do you know anything about this flower?
No, my child. Nothing at all.
He knows about that, because you can smoke it. How about these lights?
I could, but I think I have more to gain from a subtle strategy.
Oh, that's
I'll keep
too
it to
direct.
myself for now, until I know more about this church.
Darn it. Okay. What about... I don't think this is going to be useful.
I don't need... Do you know what this key opens?
I'm afraid not, my child.
What kind of question is that? Are you randomly going to find somebody that knows that key? That, like, have you ever shown somebody a key and they're like, oh, I know what that goes to?
Do you recognize the men in this picture, Isaac?
Only your grandfather, and that's just because I was given a similar picture for the service the other day.
Where did you get that other picture? From who?
I don't need to... I sincerely doubt it will come to that.
Oh, you don't want to tase the priest? Okay, I think we're done talking to him.
That's all I need for now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
Is there anything else I can interact with here?
Impressive window. There's no doubt about it. Those are the smoky lights.
What if we try to use the picture on the stained glass? Combine.
A striking resemblance, to say the least.
That's all we get. Altar.
It's an altar. You know, the place where they put the sacrificed goats, kids, and other crap.
Whoa! Sacrifice goats and kids? I didn't ever go to a church like this one. Oh yeah, there's confessionals too.
A bunch of red Bibles stacked in neat rows.
I think we might be able to take a Bible.
I really shouldn't. They might burn.
Leslie, you clearly go to the wrong kind of churches. I go to the boring ones. I don't even go to church, but I've been to churches for different things. Friends that had, you know, weddings at churches, things like that.
Could lead to a sacristy or a closet of some kind.
Let's find out. But never a goat sacrifice. I have missed out on those.
Locked.
Let's try the key.
Nope, not the right key.
Yeah, worth a shot.
Locked.
I'll try it again, but probably not it.
Nope.
Alright, I think we're done with the church, honestly. I don't see anything else to interact with. So the next place was out in the woods, where I guess there's the flower? Yeah, this is where those lights probably were. This is creepy.
This is it. This is where the picture was taken. I'm not sure what I expected to find here.
Aliens.
I need to clear my head.
Only you can prevent forest fires. It's the person from the dream.
What the?
We've met before, haven't we?
This creepy looking dude. At first I thought his eyes were all black, but I think there is a little pupil there. Okay, what are we gonna say here, guys? Let's see, why he got so much eyeliner? Is that eyeliner or is that just he has really black eyes? I don't know. Okay, nope. Just no. I'd remember a creepy old bald dude with makeup. I doubt it. You look like you just escaped from a circus. That's not really my kind of gig. Or, I don't think so, Mr. Clean, unless seeing your face on a bottle of detergent counts. So he is wearing makeup. These are all really good sass options. I'm not sure which is the sassiest. Probably the middle one. I like the Mr. Clean reference. This one's the meanest. He straight up calls him creepy bald dude with makeup. They're all kind of mean. I think probably one. Let's just go straight up calling him out what it is.
Nope, just no. I'd remember a creepy bald dude with makeup.
Okay, he's gonna attack me.
Memories can deceive, Kathy. Dig deeper.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I'm gonna tase him.
You told me, remember?
I feel strange. Am I dreaming?
What kind of cigarette are you smoking?
I will try to facilitate.
You're not real. I'm lying asleep in my bed right now.
Focus, Kathy. Listen to the drowned girl.
You mean Lily? What about her?
She's the anomaly, the missing refrain, the convergence point of things past and events yet to happen.
Dial down the metaphors a notch, would you, Mr. Kafka? I get enough of that shit in English class.
I knew you wouldn't disappoint. I'm glad, given how much trouble I went through to be here.
He's creepy.
You see, my name was taken from me, so I claimed a color in its stead. The next time we meet, you'll know the exact hue of red. You're on the right path, Kathy. Follow your grandfather, and everything will work out in the end.
Did we just go home?
Wait, what? How did I get here?
No, she wasn't in control.
Am I going crazy? Am I turning into Mom?
Okay, so what I kind of gathered from that, he was talking about memories. I feel like our character might have some repressed memories going on. His voice reminds me of that one dude in Unavowed, the one who kidnapped the baby and gave it to the ice nanny. That's right. I can kind of hear that kind of like cackly supervillain kind of voice almost. All right, let's that was weird. Let's go ahead and save it. What the hell are we doing back at Grandma's house? Let's go talk to her. Hopefully this is like reality.
Oh, hello, dear. Glad to see you again so soon.
Hi, Grandma. I just thought I'd drop by.
Sure, hon. Stay as long as you'd like.
I'm almost like scared this isn't really real and something creepy's gonna happen.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
We have a couple new things to ask. Lily Meyer's art. I don't think she knew Lily.
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
No. How about the church?
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Alright, let's go to items then. How about the botany book?
Do you know anything about this flower, Grandma?
I can't say that I do. I remember seeing it growing in the woods, but I didn't think much of it at the time.
What do you see in this picture, Grandma?
Come on, Grandma, help us.
I have no idea, but it's quite an eerie display. What is it?
I'm trying to figure that out. I found the picture hidden in the attic.
Oh, come to think of it, the trees do look similar to the ones in Conwell Woods.
We just came from there.
It was taken somewhere in that area. I found out that the flower in the picture matches a rare local species.
Aren't you clever? Do let me know if you come across anything else.
I don't want to show her that.
It's been a while since I talked to Grandma, so I'm going to try all these items.
Do you recognize this key, Grandma? I found it in the attic.
I think this is a repeat. Yeah, I think I've done these. These are really old items. So, I think we're done with Grandma.
See you later, Grams.
Take care, dear.
Can't say you were very useful. Thanks for trying. Maybe next time, Grandma. Next time. So let's try the phone. Let's see, I love scenes like this in video games because I imagine it happening in real life, just showing a bunch of items to someone like, do you know anything about this? How about this? It's kind of exciting, like, especially when you keep failing and nobody knows about it and you find that one character that does know about it, just like, your light bulb goes off, you're like, yes, finally found something. So So we can call our roommate.
Nah, I don't need to call E right now. We'll catch up tonight.
Okay. About the Wade residence. We weren't actually able to see him, but we need to. Maybe she can give us something.
Wade residence?
Hi, this is Kathy Rain.
Hello again, Miss Rain.
Oh, I guess she just answers questions. She won't actually get us into that hospital.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Very well.
Dang it. Okay, anybody else we need to call? We might have some more Air Force stuff to ask. Yes, Lens.
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi, I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
He's so nice. Ah, ask him about the church. That's new.
I don't see a reason to ask.
It's not new. Never
All
mind.
right, that's
Lies.
all.
Bye. You know, we haven't used the phone book in a while.
Nope, couldn't find it. No result for. Nope, couldn't. I got that number already. I got her family. Nope, couldn't.
Okay. Are there any other items we can use of that? I guess we can't combine it. Okay. Okay, I think we're... Is there anyone else to call on the phone that would be useful? Hacker Dave. He doesn't talk to us. He just hangs up on us.
I don't need to call him right now.
Yeah. Okay, let's go upstairs real quick. I'm not sure why we're at Grandma's house. It's kind of weird. I feel like there's something we should be able to do here.
A worn office chair on wheels. I'm feeling a sudden urge to do a race.
We got into this
Nah,
briefcase.
Nothing else in there.
Guess she doesn't need anything else in there. There's a typewriter
An
here.
old typewriter covered in cobwebs.
Oh. Ah, bummer. I was gonna say there's all these pictures over here. I was hoping maybe he would have one of Lily's pictures. Apparently not. I checked the drawers, checked the shelves. I don't think she looks at the diagram.
It looks like someone was doing geometry. I can't make much sense of it.
I don't know why she went back to Grandma's house. Let's see. No, we haven't found anything relentless. We talked to Grandma for a little bit. She didn't have much information. We tried the phone. There's nobody to call with information. Not sure what else we're doing here.
This paint looks fresh. Grandma must have had this restored recently.
So I think we just need to get the heck out of here. Let's try the sheriff's station. We haven't been there in a long time. She also opens the door. Grandma never even locks her door. Oh,
Hey,
this is
Lenny.
that
Hello, Kathy.
drumming room.
What's up?
The snare drum. What do you know about Lily?
I don't need to ask him that now.
Nothing. Okay. Probably not her art either.
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
What about the church?
Nah, I don't want to ask him.
Well, isn't he useless?
Hey, Lenny, do you recognize this flower?
Yeah, I accidentally inhaled pollen from one of them when I was a
Oh.
kid. I remember being sick and delirious for days.
Scary. Where did you come across this flower?
That sounds fun.
Somewhere in Conwell Woods. Not sure where exactly.
All right.
He's cute though, so that's something. He looks like a Ken doll, doesn't he? Let's try the picture.
Do you know what this is?
I have no idea. Looks creepy, whatever it is. Where did you get it?
Grandpa had it hidden away in the attic.
Probably for a good reason then. Be careful out there.
I don't want to show him that.
Probably. Oh lord, now I cannot unsee. I'm sorry. It's a Ken doll. Hey John, how's it going? Hey Jacob, how are you doing? It's really good to see you again. We are making some headway in this game. We were really stuck in the beginning, and it was a really stupid clue I was missing.
Hey, Lenny, do you recognize these men?
Not really. Sorry.
And I think we've done the rest
I
of
don't want to
these.
show him that.
Let's go talk to the chief.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Let's see, he made me some... He reminds me of someone I used to know. You knew Ken doll. Let's see, I'm actually upset that I'm losing my John Katie emos tonight. I'm sorry, Linz. You'll get them back. I'm sure you will.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
This guy's so grumpy. He's like Georgie when you're trying to move him.
I don't need to ask him that now.
Oh, so he's not going to care about this one either.
I don't need to ask him.
Okay, back to items. He's the
Do
human
you
Georgie.
recognize this flower?
Matter of fact, I do. It's a local endangered plant with mild narcotic properties.
Yeah? Have you come across any users in the area?
Sure, but it's a bit tricky to do anything about it. Using it as a substance is technically illegal.
Ah, so the illegal part is picking it in the first place.
Yes, knowingly picking the flower is a crime, according to the Endangered Species Act of 1973.
Gotcha. Thanks.
So if somebody was caught picking it, they could get busted. Okay, what about the lights?
Do you know what this is?
Ah, it's just some kids playing pranks with flashlights.
Yeah, I don't think so. Knowingly picking. What if you don't know what it is? Just play. That's very true, Relentless.
I don't want... He's new and...
Okay, I think I've already done the rest of those items. Dang
That's
it.
all for now.
Good.
I wonder if I can get in the back room. Before that bum guy, what was his name? Goober? He was in here, locked up. We have to wait for him to talk to the chief.
Okay, I guess.
Then she can go in.
Halfway through.
Yeah, see, the cell's empty.
A jail cell. Looks cramped.
He used to be in there.
Too heavy to carry around and too noisy to use in here without getting caught.
Okay, she won't take any tools, and then there's these lockers here, but we don't know of any evidence we have to get, so I don't think we can do anything here.
No wanted posters. I'm disappointed.
Okay, I don't think we have to do anything here. You take the mop?
Huh, very funny.
Nope. Worth a shot. I don't know what we would do with a mop. It's just what you do in adventure games. You try to grab everything. Because you are often a kleptomaniac in these games. You just steal whatever you want. Just for the hell of it, let's check the cemetery again. It's been a long time since we've been this way. Sometimes weird stuff happens here. Go visit our grandfather's grave. One time we came here, we saw a little boy. And he told us he was here with his mom, but we couldn't see his mom anywhere. So we went looking for her. We came back and he was gone. Kind of mysterious. There's the Price Mausoleum. I don't know what to do with that yet. He could have been a ghost. And he was right here.
The grave is brimming with flowers.
Any items I can use on this? Nah, I don't think so.
I'm gonna find out what happened to you, Grandpa. I promise.
And we can't walk anywhere else in the graveyard. We can only leave. But yeah, we just walked over here, didn't see anybody, we turned back, and then he was gone. Ghosts in a graveyard. Creepy. Have you guys ever seen like supernatural stuff that you just can't explain? That you think might have been like a ghost or spirit or something? Oh, let's go back to the cabin. This is where Lily's mom lives and their mentally handicapped brother. Hey, welcome back, Wolvie. Hope you had a nice shower. Let's see, I have, and it was hella spooky. What happened? Let's see, and I have a story about a ghost to share. Ooh, ghost stories. We were just looking for ghosts.
Oh, it's you again. Come on in.
She likes us. She didn't like us at first. Let's see, I personally haven't experienced any, but I have heard so many stories from other people. I've never had a
No
ghost
Nathan
experience
today?
myself.
Nah, haven't seen Nate all day, probably out in the woods.
That's creepy. That's not a good thing. He's not all there. You need to keep track of him. See, I've had 2 encounters at my house. Ooh, Kyle. Yeah, you go first. Let's start up a fire, roast some marshmallows, and talk about ghost stories.
I had a few more questions, Sue.
Shoot.
Let's see, I was babysitting a neighbor's kid, and when they were sitting in the living room downstairs, when I looked up, I saw a big, vaguely human-shaped blob of darkness at the top of the stairs. I picked up the kid and ran out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Nate's playing Tetris. He did jump in for a second and said hi, but I think he's still playing Tetris. That's creepy, Relentless. And then, did you go find out what the shadow might have been? Like, did you see like something like, oh, maybe that was casting a shadow?
I don't need to ask her about that.
Okay, let's try the pictures.
Do you know anything about this flower?
Sure. Smoked it a few times back in the day, before it was endangered and all.
Yeah? What was it like?
Similar to pot, but stronger and more unpredictable. Never touched this stuff after I got pregnant with Lily.
All right.
So she used to use it. Let's see, but the lady said Nate was out in the woods somewhere and hasn't come back. How are you gonna let your, like, you know, mentally handicapped son just take off in the woods? Oh, go have fun. You'll be fine. Let's see, it was honestly really scary when I went back in there, and another thing there, I tried to figure out what it could have been and found nothing. Let's see, I'm still here playing Tetris and winning sometimes. 5 wins versus 17 losses. Well, you're putting up the good fight, Nate. Keep it going. You're also in this game we're playing, Nate. Once I was laying in bed and it felt like someone touched my knee, but no one was in my room. Ugh. Poor Nate, got lost in the woods. Yeah, how did you know someone didn't touch your knee, Kyle? I have not had an encounter myself, but my husband is a little clairvoyant, and as a child he would encounter spirits a lot. He has a lot of stories he's told me, but I will share one of them as I thought it was creepy. Ooh. That's why Nate is in here. He's lost in the woods, playing Tetris on a Game Boy.
Sue, what do you see in this picture?
My God, that looks like one of Lily's paintings.
Wow, really? Can you describe it?
It was a nighttime scene, just like the photo, but the lights were floating above the lake. There was a pale hand reaching up from beneath the surface trying to touch them. The forest in the background was on fire, making the sky purple and red. And there were probably other details too, but that's what I can remember.
Sounds captivating. Wish I could have seen it.
Well, that's creepy. So Lily actually drew art very similar to these spirit things. Let's see, one story. My sister was visiting this antique shop and her colleague decided to buy these old sunglasses. She brought them home and put them on, took a picture, and when she checked the photo, there was a hand on her shoulder. Oh God, that would be interesting to see. I've seen a lot of those online that are like faked, but I want to see like a real one from like a Polaroid or something that can't be faked. When my husband was 12, his parents were renting this old house by the ocean. They only lived there a few months, but every night at midnight his clock would go off and wake him up, even though he didn't have it set for midnight. Like a haunted alarm clock. See, Nate, my room has access to the attic in it, and one time when I was little, in the middle of the night, I woke up by a thumping on the hatch. Oh, I think it was an animal or something, but very spooky. Yeah. The other one was I felt my first cat's spirit jump on the bed and curl up behind my knees like he always likes to sleep. Oh, Droshenka, thank you for the host. How are you doing? I would have freaked out, to be honest. It reminds me of like a zombie, like banging on a door or something like that. The only creepy thing I can remember, besides like weird dreams I had as a kid and stuff, and I can describe it, like I can explain it, so it's nothing that scary. But it was scary at the time, and it's more funny than anything. I I was sleeping. I was not at this house I'm in right now. It was a previous place. I was renting like a smaller like townhome. And I was in bed all by myself. And it was a really hot night. So there's a sliding glass door in the master bedroom. And I had the sliding glass door open so I can get some fresh air. Well, I wasn't too far from a freeway. And, well, basically what I saw is I was in bed. I was having a hard time sleeping. I was really drowsy looking up at the ceiling. And it was like one of those, you know, like those speckled ceilings that have like, what do they call it? Like that popcorn ceiling or something, like that texture. Anyway, I glanced up and this light suddenly shone on the ceiling. And it looked like there was like a spider, like the size of a large dog, right? And as I looked up and I saw the spider, it looked like it started skirting right over my bed. Well, I panicked and I tried to jump off my bed, just kind of roll out. I almost hit my head on the nightstand, just fell down onto the floor. Looked up, nothing there. And I was just like, I thought, was I dreaming? Like, what the hell was this, you know? Why did I see this huge spider right above me? And it was like unnaturally huge. Like, there's no spiders this big, right? So I get back in bed and I'm just like, okay, what the hell happened? And then this light comes again. And what was happening is cars coming down the freeway, if they had their high beams on, they were able to hit my window coming through my open sliding glass door. And when it hit the popcorn, it made this shadow movement like shh, shh. And that's what I thought was a spider, is the way it was hitting the popcorn ceiling. It looked like this thing was like just crawling right over me. I had never noticed it before because where we're at in California, it's not really that common that you have to have like all the windows open at night. It's usually not that bad, but oh man, that was like the closest thing I've ever had to like having a heart attack or something. That was bad. Let's see. So he thinks he had passed out or passed in the house, so I know he's still there, but I haven't felt him. That'd be so sad to see like or feel this presence of a past pet. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what have we done? We showed her those lights. Don't know if there's anything else we need to show her.
I already showed her that.
Yeah, I think we're done.
No reason to show her that.
What the key?
Do you know what this key opens?
Well, that's a bit of a weird question, ain't it? But no.
It is a weird question. Let's see, for some reason he got up off the bed anyway and he started walking towards the dresser. It was like a big vanity mirror on it, and the mirror saw his reflection of a boy around the age of 8 or 9 sitting on the edge of his bed looking at his clock. Oh my gosh, that's creepy, Wolverine. I don't know what I would do if I saw something in like a mirror reflection. That's like classic horror movie stuff. See, this one time when I was at my parents' house, I stayed up late and I could hear someone walking around for like half an hour in the middle of the night. When I asked about the rest of the family about it the next morning, no one confessed to being up, the one walking around. I'm kind of convinced it was a ghost. Or someone sleepwalks in your family. But that would be creepy too. Oh, just feeling like someone's in the house and you don't know who it is. I basically just sat there frozen for a few hours before I passed out again. Oh. I do occasionally hear his type of meow from one of the other cats sometimes. Oh wow, he's like talking to you through the other cats. He turned around and thought at first it was a real boy and somehow got into his room. So he asked, "Who are you? What are you doing in my room?" But when he turned around, hopefully he didn't see anybody.
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
So we got a little bit of information here with the picture. And now we know that Nate is off in the woods somewhere. Maybe we need to go back to the woods. Let's see, in high school I was spending the night at a friend's house and I saw a little boy at the end of the hallway in the middle of the night. My friend did not have any brothers. Ooh, spooky. I'm not sure whether seeing someone or not seeing someone would, or not seeing anyone would be creeper. That's true. All for the win.
Thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody to Doncadia.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for dropping in. We are actually, it's getting pretty close to my bedtime. We're playing this puzzle game called Kathy Rain. All kinds of weird stuff is happening in this game. We're trying to find out what happened to our grandfather. We're trying to find what happened to a girl that was drowned mysteriously years ago. There's some weird stuff going on in this game. Sorry, really fun in the woods. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hold on, guys. That's the wrong screen. We are on this one. There we go. That looks better. Oops. And we're also telling ghost stories right now for the win. So if you have any ghost stories, feel free to share. Let's see, another story. A friend and their family drove to their grandma's house to visit her. It was an old wooden house in the forest, and they knocked on the door. Someone peeked through the window and withdrew. They knocked again, calling out for the grandma, and no one answered. The neighbor finally went to check on the commotion and told the friend that the family of the grandma was out. When they looked at the front door, it was padlocked from the outside. So who was peeking through the window? Oh my goodness, that's creepy, Fairweather. He said the boy didn't even look at him. He just looked at the clock and kept shaking his head. He then realized that it was a ghost, so he ran out of the room into the kitchen, and at that moment, his older sister came home and came to check out his room. Of course, there was nothing there, but he said he never slept in that room ever again after that. Imagine, Wolverine, that's creepy as hell, but like, if something like that happened, how could you convince your parents, so I'm not sleeping in this room, you need to get me a new bedroom? Parents like, we don't have another bedroom. Swimming lake.
Oh, gee, I would, but I forgot my swimsuit at home.
I didn't realize that was an option.
Conwell Lake, where Lily Myers met her demise.
So she said that the picture that Lily drew was of this symbol over the lake. I wonder if I can combine that with the lake.
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
No. What's this bird doing up here? Be cool if we could do something to that bird. This is literally a 2-bedroom house. Go to bed. That's what I was thinking, Linz. Yeah, he just slept on the couch after that for his sister's room. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yes, share, Fairweather, share. Okay, so let's go check out the woods, because I think Nate might be lost in the woods right now. We can go find him. I don't like that creepy bald guy in the woods, though. Is he gonna be back there? Something on the ground.
Creepy bald guy.
I love Kathy.
Guess no one's home.
Let's go find Nate at his Game Boy he used to play Tetris. Against his friends somehow, online.
That wasn't here before.
What the hell is this piece of paper? Is this from Nate?
What's this?
Well, look at it. Ripped drawing. Red Man. That's the creepy bald guy. My aunt told me she would see shadows moving around her room at night. She could see a figure of a little boy running past her bed and ducking near a dresser. Freaks me out. Ugh. Yeah, that's a very good name. Red Man. Isn't that a rapper name? I think it was a rapper named Red Man. Okay, so we need to find the other half of this, I'm guessing.
That combination makes...
Okay, what about this flower?
Looks like a specimen of the red scythe.
This is illegal to pick. We should take it. Yeah, time to move. Burn the house down. Let's see, another time in a different house they were renting. He moved around a lot as a kid. He said he heard talking in this room of a person, shadows on the wall, sometimes at night. One night his dresser fell over and landed on his bed. Oh my gosh. And he woke up right before it hit his bed, and he rolled off at the moment before the dresser landed on his bed. That is so scary. Imagine, that could have like killed him.
Looks like a specimen of the red scythe.
Okay, can you grab it? Or will you be smart and not do it?
It's endangered. I'm not going to take it without a really good reason.
Good. I don't think we can explore back there. That's exit. What about the picture? It's got to be the place.
That action doesn't seem...
Nate, where are you? We have a new item, so we're gonna have to rest in peace, endangered. Yoink. Let's poor Nate. He must be so confused. He drops in and be like, "Why are you guys talking about me?" Okay, so there's a few places we can go with this flower. Well, I mean, not the flower, with the picture. What can we do with the picture? Red man. The main thing we have to do is at the clinic, so let's go back here. Kathy is a badass. Ooh, let's ask our friend Goober about it.
I don't need to show him that.
Dang it. Goober is a little bit useless. He just kind of makes up stories. Let's see, I'm not that confused. I was listening along. Okay, good, Nate. I was going to say, if you took a break and then you looked at the chat, you'd just be like, what? What are you talking about, Game Boys? One time at this girls' school, some girls got possessed and went hysterical. It was so bad that they had to call specialists, like exorcists, into the area, and they had to close the school for a bit. My childhood friend attended that school, and she saw the hysteria. When she got home and tried to sleep, she couldn't. She looked up at the ceiling and saw a man's face staring down at her. Now, according to rumors, the reason why these girls were possessed was because these girls tried to summon the ghost. Oh, I think of like girls like playing with a Ouija board or something. But that's insane. They had to bring specialists and everything.
Again?
Okay, how are we gonna distract this girl? Look at this stupid drawing.
I don't want to show her that. I don't want to.
I think we've probably tried everything on her.
I don't want. Pretty sure she would object to that.
This is why messing around with the supernatural is a bad idea. Yep. See, the girls' school was located near or over a Chinese cemetery. Why would you put a school there? How are we going to distract this nurse? Let's see. So, of course, he didn't sleep in the room after that. He slept in his sister's room. So, one night in his sister's room, him and his sister, Danielle, were starting to fall asleep, and they had their door open a little bit to see where you could see the TV light down the hallway. My hubby called for his mom because he wanted a glass of water with him, and his sister heard little girl's voice at the edge of the bed say, "Mommy." Giggles. Oh, God. Your hubby's seen some stuff, Wolverine. Oh my gosh. Greed. Greed is why there's a cemetery near the school. Let's see, it's normal. Lots of places were built on top of cemeteries. I hear common stories of my students experiencing scary things at our first university hostel. I don't remember, at least around here, hearing a lot of places like built on like burial grounds. Maybe in America we just have a lot more land to work with. They thought it was the other sister, Dana, at first, but they remembered that she was at a friend's house for the night. So they both ran out of the room and stayed in the living room for the next few nights. Y'all are giving John goosebumps. He's itching. Luckily, not too much affects me. I'll probably still sleep like a baby tonight. How are we going to distract her?
I prefer to smoke outdoors.
You really need to smoke in here, because that's going to distract her. What could she burn? Okay, I lied. They're giving me goosebumps. Sorry, Linz. Oh gosh, we need to have a stream where we just share ghost stories. That would be so much fun. I had no idea you guys had so many cool stories. That would be a lot of fun. We could just have some creepy music in the background, and I won't use a green screen. I'll have like low lights and ominous looking face, and I can read all of your stories. Damn it, Kathy, just knock her out already. I know. Ooh, maybe we can tase the computer, but then we can't use it.
I can't do anything while she's sitting there.
Darn it. floppy disk in there.
I can't do any. Rows and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging.
Okay, one thing I can think of doing is with the tape recorder, right? What we have on here right now probably won't be useful. Like, what if I use this tape recorder upstairs?
That action doesn't seem productive to.
Yeah, see, but... Or what if we use it on the files?
That action.
Because I think we might have to do something with the tape recorder. If we play Charles Ward's voice, she might have to get up and go check on him. If she does that, we can use the computer. Yes, it's funny. He still gets feelings of spirits, but tries to avoid places that feel off because he doesn't like to see them, so he tries to shut it off, is how he explains it to me. He sounds like the kid from The Sixth Sense, honestly. While I'm over here like, I've never seen a ghost. I want to see one. I know, I'd like to see proof, honestly. I genuinely believe that some people are more sensitive to supernatural stuff than others, so I believe him, and it also sounds like a super spooky poor guy. Poor guy's haunted. That's got to be rough to live with. Okay, if I can't use it on something, maybe if I just play it? Oh wait, I don't even have a tape in there. Derp. Where the hell are my tapes? I almost need to go back to the school, but you can't go back to the school in this game. Maybe there's something I can do out here. What if we start a dumpster fire? You know this trash can right here? Light this up.
I don't want to throw that away.
No, don't throw it away. Burn it.
I don't want to.
Oh, what if I smoke right here? Maybe she'll throw her butt in the trash can. Let's see, I believe spirits and stuff are just something that our science cannot yet explain, but they definitely exist. Yeah, see, she tosses the cigarette just slightly over there. I feel like if I'm standing like right here and do it, she might toss it in the trash can. I'm just gonna chain smoke until a fire happens. Oh, we're making him sick.
I have enough cancer as is.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Wait, if we keep doing this, is he gonna make a distraction for
I
us?
think the poor guy has had enough. Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi.
I had a few more questions.
Fire away.
Well, does he have to sit right there? Yeah, I don't know why he's here exactly.
Want to smoke, buddy?
Nah, I got stage 2 lung.
Yeah, he said he has cancer. What about this picture?
I don't need to show him that.
Nope.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye.
Man, I was hoping that we could either start a fire or get this guy to hack up a lung so that she would come out and help him. Let's see, so my parents went on vacation. My brother stayed home alone. His bed was in our finished basement. He said he heard my mom call his name, so he went to the bottom of the stairs and said, "What?" To which he heard her say, "Get up here." It scared him so bad. He went to his room and locked the door. Oh, poor kid. Hey, nurse, there's somebody dying outside.
Again? No thanks. I'm a... That company...
I don't know, guys. Where else can we go? I think we might need to show that picture to some people. See, one night about 8 years ago, my friend had a birthday party for her son's, his first birthday. We stayed over late and stayed the night at her house. That night, my husband woke up in the middle of the night freaking out saying he saw my dad's face above him, and it woke him up. He said he looked angry. I thought it was because we were staying at a friend's house and he doesn't sleep well when away from home. But the next day when we arrived at home, we didn't have a cell phone at the time. We had oh god, what is it? What did you have? House I'm renting a room has a clown ghost. Thinks he is funny. Really, he's just an asshole. You have a haunted clown ghost where you're at, Lost? That's horrible. Is it like Pennywise the clown? Oh, who would know that picture? The red man. I'm gonna question a few people. Unfinished stories are scarier than anything else. Fear of the unknown. Let's see, there was one time our family was staying at this hotel, one of those big suites that I had stairs to go upstairs. There were always some weird feelings when you go up there, so most of us sleep downstairs. One time my mom woke up and she was confused. My younger sister was walking up the stairs. Sister was sleepwalking. When mom woke her up and asked her what she was doing, sister said it was because someone was calling her name up there. Oh, haunting. We had a message on our home phone that my dad passed away late in the night. It was a very ominous feeling. Yeah, to see his face just as he passes away. Oh my gosh. Doesn't try to hurt anyone, just likes to fuck with our stuff and steal our silverware. He's like a trickster ghost. It's like he was angry he had passed away. That's sad, Wolfie. And I'm so sorry that you guys had that loss.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What?
Okay, we need to ask about this new picture.
I don't want to show him.
Apparently not.
Well,
see ya.
What about him? Probably not, but it's worth a shot.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
Oh, grumpy Georgie
I don't
guy.
want to show.
Nope.
I don't want to show. That's all for.
Good.
I wonder if we can combine that with anything.
That action. That
Darn it, I don't think so.
might be something useful in there.
In the desk? I thought we were done with this.
I think he'd object.
I think we're done with the desk, because we can't even distract him anymore. Let's see, oh my god, I've had dreams like that. I had a dream my grandfather called to us to say he never wanted to see us again. The dream made no sense at the time, but he passed away 2 weeks afterwards. Oh my goodness. It was before he even passed away. But seriously, in the year I have lived here, we've had like 60 forks and teaspoons just vanish into the air. Assholes costing me money. Oh, poor Tasha. Did you have any small rodents by chance in that house? Hungry ghost. He's stealing utensils and then he doesn't really need to eat. No rodents. Oh, creepy. What could we do? I guess we'll show that to Grandma and the priest. And if that doesn't get us anywhere, I think we'll continue tomorrow. So let's go quickly to the church. See, my friend told me that her mother had a nightmare and woke up screaming my friend's grandmother's name. Later out, they found out the grandmother had died at the exact moment and was in the hospital. My friend's aunts, her mom's sister, had been screaming her name the exact same way. Wow, both of them at the same time, relentless? That's eerie.
Hello, Isaac. I've got a few.
I'm Ollie.
Okay, let's see if we can ask him about this picture.
I don't need to show him that.
Dang it. I think we actually have to show that to the lady in the cabin. He likes to laugh randomly when he knows one of us is home alone, just for that extra fuck you effect and remind us he is there. Have you guys ever recorded this laugh? Let's see, where is she? She's here. Lakeside Cabin. Yeah, I hope these are all true stories, otherwise y'all should be authors. I only know mine's true because I can explain it. It was just light trickery. Combination with me being like, not fully awake.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, Let's check out this drawing. He's not here right now. Lily and me. Hello. We need to combine our drawing with this.
Looks like Nathan knows the strange red man. I need to talk to him about this.
There we go. We got something new, guys. The Red Man, Lily, and me.
A bald man dressed in red. Oh, creepy.
We've met him. Let's see, I swear all true, at least what I've heard from my husband, which, yeah, you're sure that's true. See, now that we're talking about ghost stories, I think my son has some of what my hubby has. Not as much, because my son's sees things, but not too much. My husband says he has a fleshlight, too. Yeah, sometimes I hear the ability is inherited. That's the case with several members of my mom's family. I saw way too much effed up shit in my life, especially overseas, to make up stories. That's good to hear, Tajay. Let's see, in my dreams, everyone I love dies. I wake up crying, trying to hide it fast. I wake up early, so my parents never have to find out about it. I'm not sure what to say. That's pretty common, Corey, to have those kind of dreams. I used to have them when I was little. Like, just my whole family getting murdered is awful.
Is this how Nathan still sees himself? As a little boy?
I very rarely have bad dreams now.
That must be Lily. She seems very happy looking
At least that I
man.
remember. Okay, this is actually probably, now that we just got that new clue, a good place to stop. I just hope I remember about the new clue next time. Let's see, I've had bad dreams, but they're also very bizarre, so when I wake up, they seem more funny than anything. And honestly, if I don't talk about my dream as soon as I wake up, it's like gone. Like my dreams just vanish real fast. I can't remember them. But if I talk about it and think about it all the time, I can sometimes remember the dreams. Let's see, we ran into our apartment and the hubby told the spirit to leave and not to follow us anymore. Pretty much said he was sorry if he's lost, but he was not welcomed in our home. Hopefully that helps. Oh, I missed the first one. A few years ago, we came home at nighttime getting out of the car, and my son said that there was a boy with a hoodie with dark red eyes following us. Ooh. Yeah, no thank you. My nephew told me about a very detailed, gory, zombie-related dream about people he knows dying. I was disturbed. Yeah, I can remember glimpses of this dream I used to have. It was like a recurring dream. You know, have you ever had a dream that you have over and over again? It might not be exactly the same, but there's like a lot of similar elements. One dream I remember, I used to bounce back and forth between my parents' house and my grandma's house. I stayed at my grandma's house quite a bit, especially on the weekends. And it was at my grandma's house. I woke up in my bedroom and it was nighttime, but like it was a full moon, or it was like really light outside, you know, where like the whole house is like illuminated just from the moonlight. And so I can kind of see going around, but I could hear like thrashing and like things breaking and stuff, right? So I'm trying to get out of my room to see what's going on, and it was like some kind of intruders or burglars were going around the house and just killing all my family members one at a time. But what was weird is everything in the house, and that my dream, from my recollection, because at the time it almost seemed like it was black and white, like there wasn't much color, and all of the furniture and everything was draped in white. So I remember ducking under the white, like, I guess it was like sheets or curtains or something that was covering everything under like a table, and I was peeking out through the curtains that I could see, and I could see feet walking around the house, stomping around, just killing everybody in my grandma's house. And I was scared to death, couldn't make a sound, didn't know what to do. And then eventually I'd wake up. I don't remember too much else, but I remember having that dream over and over as a kid. Really weird. I don't know where I got that. I can't think of any movies like that, so I don't know how I would have gotten that in my head. Let's see. Same with my dreams. I know I've had a dream, but I forget them fast. Yeah, if I woke up and I wrote down my dreams, Wolverine, then I'm sure I could look back at it and be like, oh yeah, I remember this. But if you don't think about it, they just disappear. You use a different part of your brain for dreaming than your regular consciousness. See, my mom had dreams which continues, like one night in the story, and then the next night, oh, it's like a sequel, Fairweather. It's like you start the dream and then the next night you got to continue it. Let's see, I have a lot of recurring dreams, but they're usually really simple, like me getting on top of a really large rock and then falling. Falling are very common dreams, Relentless. Let's see, I see some things like overlaying in real life that I try to hide, but I end up running home from sleepovers or like not wanting to go out of my room or anything, and end up just getting paranoid, still am. Oh, that's terrifying, Corey. One dream my sister had when we were always talk about my sister was running away from these men in dark clothes who chased after her. She was running while carrying bags of frozen chicken. That's kind of weird. Maybe defensive weapons. Gotta protect the chicken. Okay. Well, guys, we will have to continue the ghost stories in this game tomorrow night. I've had a great time, but it's past my bedtime. I gotta quickly get to bed so I can get at least like 5 or 6 hours of sleep. But it's been awesome. Oh, I want to show you guys something before we actually log off. Check this out. So I was working on this, and actually I'm going to use this to end the streams from now on. Tell me what you think. This all explains why I don't sleep. So usually when we stop the stream, I actually should have done this as I was reading all this. Didn't think about it, but I wanted to create like a credit scene. You know? It's almost like a movie. So this took a long time to figure out. Some of it's just text that I wrote, and some of it is actually like using different files that the software I use creates based on like people that have subbed or donated or followed and stuff, and it uses it in the credit sequence. It's pretty cool. Credits for the pups. Yes, what I want to do. And Nate, thank you so much for the bits. You are awesome. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, so we can figure out cool names and stuff. I just kind of use some like movie titles that I know, like producers, things like that. So yeah, it'll like list some names in there, and it kind of grabs like from like the last month, I believe, like the top 30 or so. Hi, Georgie. And yeah, it's kind of cool. Just like something neat that when we're breaking down the stream and talking about who we're going to raid and stuff, we could just kind of have this going on the side. It's kind of neat. And one thing I want to do is maybe have some cool scrolling pictures on the side too. Maybe. I'll have to figure out how to do that. That might be a little bit trickier. You know how sometimes credits have like a picture of somebody, like a picture of Gus or Jesse or something? Let's see, I love how the dogs look like they're just small dogs on your lap. I almost picked up Georgie, but then I didn't want to get bit again. But actually, it would be like a little Georgie right here, and then a bigger Georgie on my lap. I love the music. Yeah, this is from Donkey Kong Country. I can change up the music in this scene too. Oh, I missed it. Oh, lead cast. That's what this next section is. See, oh, I'm not in the credits. Never mind, I hate it. You weren't in the... Oh, you know what? I think it's because your subscription is about to expire, Linz. Because I think it just grabs like the last 20 names or something in that producer section. And key grips. I don't know if you know what a grip is. It's people that handle the camera. That's people that have like gifted subs. And then the extra section, this is like some of the latest followers. Fan art. Yes, we could totally do fan art in here, Corey. That's a really cool idea, actually. I like that. We could cycle out fan art. Let's see. Some people put clips and highlights in their end credits. Oh, that could work too. Born in Pluto. Yeah, he was one of the latest followers. Do you know them? Oh, that's your brother. Oh, cool. That's awesome, Wolverine. All right. So, yeah, I don't know if I noticed your name in there, Linz, but if you're not, it's probably because your subscription is about to expire, so it was so long ago it got pushed off the list. But next time, if you're able to subscribe, it'll pop back up on there. Oh, bro, the way black people... That kind of brother. We could add a jump scare to the credits? No, no, no. This will be relaxing. Oh, she's a girl, though. That kind of bro. Alright, let's see if we can set up a raid real quick. Actually, some of the sound effects that we have in the stream are kind of jump scares, honestly. Right, who do we know that is streaming? Let's see, was he in here earlier? Mr. Smickles. I think he was in here earlier, or do I have the name incorrect? There might be multiple Mr. names. Jesse's so freaking cute. Yes, he was. I was Corey. Okay. Wait, what was that? Mr. Smickles. That was the one that was that. His name's Corey, not this Corey, but a different Corey. Is that what you're saying?
Fatality.
Oh god, yeah, like that. Because I just noticed. Oh, Grebber, yeah, Smickles is Corey. He was here. Okay, let's go raid him. He's actually playing a game that was. It's kind of funny. John Cadia history. This is the first game I ever streamed, early last year. This game is fantastic. Different Corey. So let me go ahead and copy his name so I don't misspell this. Who's Smickles? Another Corey. Yeah, he's playing a game called Divinity Original Sin 2. It is such a freaking good game. It's an RPG, turn-based. It's got a really good story, good acting and everything. It's really tough. Like, the battles are very difficult. So, let's go raid him, drop some love, say hi. And thank you guys all again for hanging out for so long. I've been up too late. I'm gonna try to get some sleep so I can stream again tomorrow for the normal scheduled stream. I'm curious what we're gonna find out about that red man. That guy's creepy. Let's see. Have a great night, John and Andy Land. Getting ready to raid. Yes, thank you guys. Everybody, so much for hanging out. You guys are amazing. And I hope you guys have a great night and get this raid started. Yes, good time zone, Relentless. See you tomorrow. Thank you for streaming. Always fair weather. You are always welcome. Thanks for joining, everybody. And Nate, good night, John, and the pups, and Andy. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. Same John time, same John channel. Bye, guys.